Labs of Greenville offers easy employer solutions to COVID-19 testing. ArcPoint Labs of Greenville is located across from Vidant Hospital on Executive Circle behind Southern Bank. Call for an appointment or walk in. ArcPoint Labs of Greenville, 215-5688 or arcpointlabs.com.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Warren's Hot Dogs, 2 locations are open for business in Greenville and Chocowinity. Both locations have drive-through windows, so stop by today for hot dogs, pizzas, subs, apple and peach turnovers, homemade lemonade, and breakfast in Chocowinity, featuring homemade cheese, ham, and chicken biscuits, plus sausage dogs and more. Warren's in Greenville, across from Ron Ayers Motorsports, and in Chocowinity next to the fire department. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some.
Ahoy, mateys! To keep those cars clean, you need the Pirates Cove Fast Pass.
The new Pirates Cove Car Wash and Haviland Express Lube on Glen Burnie Road in New Bern is now open. Pirates Cove in New Bern is offering Fast Passes for $9.99 for new Fast Pass customers. You can visit us in Greenville on Fire Tower Road, Memorial Drive, and on East 10th Street. And have you heard? Pirates Cove on Fire Tower Road is now offering interior cleaning.
So we have you surrounded. Pirates Cove, the official car wash partner of ECU Athletics.
Did you know time spent outdoors can help improve your children's health and bring balance to their life? The Outdoor Heritage Advisory Council invites you to join the Patch program. This program is for any child under the age of 16 and includes activities like fishing, hunting, and hiking. These are just one of the many ways you can earn the exclusive patches from the Outdoor Heritage Council. For more information on how to sign up and get your adventure started, visit outdoorheritage.nc.gov.
The holiday season is here, and Sam Jones Barbecue is ready to help you host all of your family and friends this year with our catering menu, perfect for any size gathering. Our whole hog chop barbecue, slow-cooked chicken, smoked turkey, and spare ribs will make a holiday meal a hands-down winner every time. Log on to samjonesbarbecue.com to get your order started, and also check out our online store stocked with our sauces, hats, and t-shirts. I'm Sam Jones, and on behalf of all of our staff, happy holidays.
Wouldn't it be great if you could get auto, home, life, and business insurance all from one agency? Well, that's where the Gavigan Agency comes in. They can help protect what is important to you. So why not simplify your life? See the Gavigan Agency in Greenville or give them a call today at 252-756-1400. Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio. Subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
If you missed Pirate Radio Live, you missed.
The head football coach of the East Carolina Pirates, Mike Houston. Right now, I think we have an opportunity to capitalize on this moment. And this moment is the next 8 months. But, that momentum going into the offseason, it's going to fuel everything. Workouts, recruiting, spring ball, expectations to a degree. But I think, right now is an opportunity to really capitalize on that young group coming back and really make huge strides between now and the beginning of next year in the weight room and on the practice field.
Pirate Radio Live, weekdays from 3 to 6, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
You can paint this with purple.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Hello, everyone. Welcome in to a Wednesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios and coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930, PR927FM.com online. And you can watch us on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Subscribe to Pirate Radio TV on YouTube Live and watch this program, The Brian Bailey Show, on Mondays. All of the post-game interviews we put up and other videos, you can find them on Pirate Radio TV on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to us there. Got a big show for you today. A lot of sports topics to discuss. We will talk all things football. NFL and college football with Antwan Staley. He'll join us coming up at 3:15. Antwan has covered the NFL, currently covering Florida State football. He is an ECU alum. We will talk all things NFL and college football with Antwan coming up at 3:15. We'll talk to another Antwan at 4 o'clock. ECU assistant basketball coach Antoine Jackson will join us on the Fixed NC Live line. Pirates are 4-0, and the Pirates are back in action Thursday, 5 o'clock, when they take on North Florida in Minges Coliseum. We'll talk to Coach Jackson about that and the season so far. We will keep the hoops talk going around 4:25 today with Seymour, color analyst on the Pirate Sports Network, IMG Sports Network. Cy saw a lot of winning on Monday because his Pirates won, his Washington football team won as well. We will talk all things ECU hoops with Cy Seymour later on in today's show. And at 5, Bryce Williams, former ECU tight end, will be sitting to my left. Jeff Charles will be on the Fixed NC Live line. So that is the lineup for today's show. Also, we got to make you a winner. In fact, we'll make two of you a winner today on the on Pirate Radio Live. We will open up the treasure chest coming up in the 4 o'clock hour and the 5 o'clock hour. So stay tuned for that. In fact, Shirley will run down what has been won so far as we got things kicked off. Our first winner won prize number 1, right? That was Alan Powell, Pirate Al, winning the Bud Light ECU Cornhole board set with 2 cases of Bud Light. Yesterday, Redbeard got in. It's very controversial. I did not want Redbeard to win. I wanted that storyline to continue throughout the month of December. But Redbeard got in, and he won the Bud Light ECU beer pong tailgating table set with 2 cases of Bud Light. Also, Jim Dillon won a $100 gift card, Visa gift card from Sparky Snowballs. Heather Chrisman won the gift basket from UBE. Susan Deans won the $100 gift card from Emporium. Steve Hill took home the $100 gift card to Clean Eats. Nikki Stroud won a $100 gift card to Shimmer Boutique. A $100 gift card to Jack Brown's went to Josh Lilly. A gift basket to Naughty Dog Brewing Company went to Jason Beasley. A $100 gift card to Play It Again Sports went to Karen Gagnon, and Josh Thomas won the $100 gift card to Tiebreakers. Did I get all the winners?
Yes, you did.
Excellent. We have 2 more winners coming up today on the show, one in the 4 o'clock hour, one in the 5 o'clock hour. Shirley and I will run down those prizes coming up later on in today's program. All right, I got a few news and notes. Shirley, do you have anything at the Shirley Rhodes news desk?
I do. Let's see. What do you want to start with? Let's see. Let's start with football because there's been a couple of notes here. Purdue at Indiana, that game was scheduled for Saturday. It's now been mutually canceled because both teams are having rising COVID numbers at the individual schools, so that game has been canceled. Utah and Colorado, that game was actually scheduled for Friday night. They have now moved it back a day, so it'll be at noon on Saturday. They'll broadcast it on Fox. So those are our football news. One basketball news, NC State basketball has paused their activity due to COVID issues within the program. So we will keep an eye on that. Of course, the ECU women's basketball team will play their final non-conference game this afternoon inside Minges Coliseum at 4 o'clock. So we'll be keeping tabs on that. And so that'll be on ESPN+. So
who do they got?
VCU.
Okay.
So they're going to be playing that at 4 o'clock. And then one baseball note of local interest, the Down East Wood Ducks have announced that they are going to move from a high A to a low A affiliate for the Texas Rangers beginning in 2021.
All right, you started with Indiana, Shirley, and nobody cares about Indiana because we just moved them aside so Ohio State can play in the Big Ten championship game.
Yeah, well, see, and that's the thing. They're supposed to be voting on that at some point. I don't think the vote has been taking place yet.
It is not. Well, the latest I saw anyway was the Big Ten is expected to change its policy that teams must play 6 games to be eligible for the conference championship game. No shocker here. We talked about it Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah, you called that from the get-go that because Ohio, especially after Ohio State and Michigan's game got canceled, that that they were going to likely change their rules just to get Ohio State in so they can get them into the playoffs.
So Ohio State is 5-0.
I believe so, yes.
And they would be 6-0 if they knock off Northwestern next Saturday. If they're going to go through with this, if they play Northwestern in the Big Ten championship. So now we're back to this whole discussion again. Is 6 games enough for a team to get into?
Well, I mean, they're acting like it is.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing that I don't understand. I was reading, and I just glanced at the tweet. I did not read the full article that was linked to it, but something to the effect of, okay, we talked about some of those teams that are kind of lingering right on the outside, right on the cusp. We talked about Texas A&M. We talked about Notre Dame. The other team that we didn't talk about yesterday because we were discussing Coastal Carolina and Cincinnati about how this might be their best shot to get into a playoff situation. Somebody threw in Florida.
Well, all they got to do is beat Alabama in the championship.
And you know, granted,
but if
you beat Alabama in the SEC championship, by all means, you deserve to be in the playoff.
Yeah.
Because Alabama is the number 1 team, and they have been a stalwart, all season long.
Well,
but here's my thing. Like I said before, and what we discussed before, 6 games. I mean, you're talking about a 6-game body of work. Well, in Ohio State's case, it would be 5 games unless they get in, plus a championship game.
Plus a championship, yeah.
Which I don't think is fair that you bend your rules just to get them in for that. Because then it has nothing to do with the playoff system. It has everything to do about money. Well, you're trying to get into a big money bowl. You want that national championship. You want that exposure. Obviously, to me, it just goes to further prove just how completely and utterly biased this playoff system is. It's completely rigged, and I don't think if we couldn't get a non-Power 5 school into the playoffs this year, it's never going to happen.
It's not. Stop worrying about it. It's just not going to happen.
I'm not saying I'm worried about it.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to everyone.
Because I really don't, give a flying you-know-what.
That's why I think we should do the Group of 5 playoffs, but nobody likes that because you're admitting that you're below the Power 5. And, okay, we can keep living in the dream world that we are on the same playing field with those guys when it comes to the eyes of the conference, the college football playoff. But I think I don't know, I'm not going to talk about the Group of 5 playoff, and a lot of people don't like that. I think it would be awesome. Instead, we can just keep going to these crap bowl games if that's what you guys want to do.
Yeah,
because they're not going to let us in.
They're not going to let us in. That door is shut.
It is.
And for those of Lord of the Rings, the way is shut. If you
never saw those movies.
Yeah, well, you should.
I know.
They're good.
I need to watch those.
And they'll kill an entire weekend if you watch all of them from start to finish.
And I think they're on, they might be on HBO Max, which I just got recently.
They're like 3-hour movies, but...
I watched a movie last night.
What'd you watch?
The Invisible Man.
How was it?
It was all right.
I saw a trailer for that.
Decent idea.
Well, those aren't my type of movies anyway. That's not it. Stranger Things is more my alley.
Do you remember the old? Okay, it's not Single White Female. It's
Single White Female was disturbing.
God, what is that old movie where the
Can you give me at least an idea of what the movie was about?
The woman moves away from her abuser and. I keep doing this because
I'm trying to figure out what you're doing.
Everything had to be kept so neat and orderly, and she noticed one day that something was out of place, which meant he was back. And what is that movie called?
Oh, it's got Julia Roberts in it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what's the name of that damn movie? Oh, somebody hit us up.
Twitter, Facebook.
I can see the guy's face because he had a beard. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I don't know why I wanted to say Single White Female. It's clearly not that.
It's not. It's got Julia Roberts in it because she played the wife.
Okay, and then the beard and the guy comes back. What's Chandler going to say? He's too young.
Sleeping with the Enemy?
Yay!
Sleeping with the Enemy. Did you come up with that? He looked it up on his phone.
Google Julia Roberts. No, that's
cheater.
Good. That's good. That's fine. It is.
Use your brain, Chandler, not your phone.
What I was trying to say was, Shirley, it's Invisible Man is sort of like a 2020 version of Sleeping with the Enemy. So
I don't know, because Sleeping with the Enemy was pretty rough. like as far as intensity.
Thank you, Ellerby, for chiming in, sleeping with the enemy as well. Boy, that was tough. You know what? It's fun to when we come up with them, but Chandler did kind of cheat for us.
Okay, I do have one NFL news.
But we're back to sports?
Yeah, we're back to sports. Well, I mean, you said you wanted, unless you have another movie you want to talk about?
I do not. No.
Okay, all right. So the NFL has decided to flex the Week 15 schedule. So they are moving the Browns-Giants game to Sunday night on NBC.
You notice what they did there?
Yeah.
We're flexing out a Cowboys game.
Because they're terrible.
NFC East. But don't fear, football fans. We're going to flex another NFC East team right there in it with the New York Football Giants. NFC East runs the NFL.
And the Niners-Cowboys is going to move to the 1 o'clock slot. That'll be on CBS. And then the Jets and Rams will be the 4 o'clock game. So if you plan on missing any games, there's your schedule.
The game is, in fact, is that intriguing?
Honestly,
Browns-Giants? I'll tell you what, it's different teams, so that's good.
Well, the Browns intrigue me just because of what they did to Tennessee last week.
I mean, they were awesome.
They played very well. The Giants, they trip all over themselves, but they have put themselves in a position where they could potentially get a playoff spot. Niners and Cowboys, Niners should have no problem with the Cowboys because they are absolutely dreadful. And the Rams, if you lose to the Jets, I don't care what team you are, if you lose to the Jets this year, you might as well just pack up your bags and go home and not tell anybody you play football.
The Jets had their win in front of them on Sunday. They're not going to have another chance to win a game.
And I just, so if you're looking to, schedule your nap times or your shopping or whatever it is you need to do, there's your schedule for Week 15 so you can plan accordingly.
Chandler, did you have something?
Yeah, I've got some frustrating Panthers news for all you Panthers fans out there. Susan Dean, sorry to break this to you. It's probably not going to be too bad, but I announced yesterday as we were ending the show that
Chandler had breaking news that Christian McCaffrey would be playing.
And Panthers were back on the practice field today. They had closed the facility for Monday and Tuesday with COVID issues. Luckily, there was no new positive test for the Panthers, so they were back on the practice field today. And Christian McCaffrey, who is expected to play on Sunday, tweaked his thigh and was limited in practice.
Okay.
We'll keep an eye on that.
Just shut him down.
So hopefully we can get C-Mac back this week, but it seems like he cannot stay healthy.
Shut him down. As we go to break, speaking of running backs, what running back did Chris Berman on NFL Primetime used to say his first name and then say sleeping with and the last name? Do you remember that, Shirley Rhodes? This is more Shirley than Chandler.
His first name, sleeping with...
He used sleeping with the enemy as the nickname.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember that? Do you want me to say it? Chris Berman on NFL Primetime. Eric, sleeping with the enemy.
Oh, my God.
That was a classic Chris Bermanism on Primetime.
I would have not gotten that right.
Eric Bieniemy. All right, let's take a time out. We got a lot accomplished to kick off today's show. Antwan Staley will accomplish quite a bit. We'll talk all things football. Antwan's been down there covering Shirley's Dolphins in the past. We'll talk some Dolphins. We'll talk some football team. We'll talk about what's going on in college football and more. He joins us on the other side. We're back with you after this.
Your CBD store in Greenville has the highest quality CBD products in the country. Your CBD store is the first and only brand that carries USDA certified organic products such as gummies, honey sticks, and high absorption water soluble liquids, which are all made in the United States. They even offer products for your pet. The educated staff will help you answer any questions, and you can stop in anytime to get a free sample. Your CBD store, locally owned and operated, open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6, right beside Duck Donuts in Greenville.
Banking is banking until service is not the same. This is Eric Clark from Select Bank and Trust, and this year has been unusual, but we have continued to focus on what has always been important to us, our customers. When businesses needed access to the Paycheck Protection Program, our team of local bankers worked around the clock to successfully keep our customers open and their employees working. Wouldn't you like to deal with a bank that is responsive to your needs, can make local decisions, and cares about you, the customer? We are Select Bank and Trust. Bank local, bank select.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The holiday season is upon us, and have you been naughty or nice this season? Well, it doesn't matter at the Naughty Life, because no matter who you are, you can find the perfect gift for anyone. This holiday season, stroll the new and improved streets of downtown Washington. Be sure to visit the Naughty Life for the latest Yeti products, signs, clothing, home decor, and many other unique gift items. Plus, their gift wrapping is fantastic, and my favorite, it's free. The Naughty Life on Main Street in downtown Washington.
Christmas presents are great, but Christmas cash is awesome. This is Vince from Play It Again Sports in Greenville, and it's time for us to help you turn around the stuff in your house into cash. Clean out your closets and garages for cash today. We're buying sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, tennis, lacrosse, hockey, and more. We're buying bicycles, skateboards, snowboards, water skis, treadmills, ellipticals, dumbbells, and more. Play It Again Sports, your home for Christmas cash. Just past the Cracker Barrel on Greenville Boulevard. Find us on Instagram and Facebook.
University PC Care is proud to support Greenville Fire Rescue this year and their annual Operation Santa Claus Toy Drive. Stop by their Fire Tower location over the next 2 weeks to drop off new unwrapped toys. University PC Care will honor $20 off any service for customers dropping off toys, and they will donate an additional unwrapped toy for every toy donated. If you have any questions or for iPhone or computer support, call 558-1280 or go online at universitypccare.com.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
Looking for your next career opportunity? How about some extra cash to help pay for school? Your locally owned and operated Dixon Foods McDonald's is hiring, and they would love to have you as part of the McFamily. They offer flexible hours, competitive pay, and financial support to pursue your education through McDonald's Archways to Opportunity program. Come join the family at McDonald's. Don't let this financial opportunity pass you by. Please visit DixonFoods.com to apply.
In studio today with Candy Cane, also known as Stephen Asby to his friends and family. Why do you go to F3?
Man, I go to F3 for so many reasons. You know, we kind of talk about the three pieces. We talk about the fitness, which is really important. You know, second, the fellowship. And I find so many guys, me included for many years, really struggle with deep relationships with other dudes. And then the faith part. You realize how many guys absolutely need it, and sometimes they don't know.
One letter, one number, F3. Learn more today at f3enc.com.
Pirate Radio.
You know, I think this is a pretty blue-collar, tough, hard-nosed fan base, and that's where our teams are going to be.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The best investment you can make is in yourself. Get educated and make prudent decisions about your financial future. Contact David Dom at Carolina Wealth Management today at 439-1344 for a free consultation. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
All right, back with you on Pirate Radio Live on a Wednesday. We've got the Treasure Chest opening up for the first time today in hour number 2, coming up in the 4 o'clock hour. Also, in the 5 o'clock hour, we'll open it back up. So 2 winners on today's show. Also, we'll talk to our second Antwan of the day. Coming up at 4 o'clock, Antoine Jackson, assistant basketball coach at ECU, going to join us on the Fixed NC Live line. Got that coming up at 4 o'clock. Right now, we will talk some football with our first Antwan of the day. He is Antwan Staley, joining us on the Fixed NC Live line. Antwan, how you doing, man?
I'm all right. How you doing, Clip?
Good to talk with you again, and always enjoy chatting with you, talking all things football. Antwan, catch me up and everybody else up on your credentials right now. What are you covering this time of year with football?
Well, I've been doing Florida State sports for about 2 months now, so I've been doing that for the Tallahassee Democrats, so everything's been going well now. Football, not so good, but at least it's basketball season, and they got a big game tonight against Indiana, so that's a positive.
And the ACC needs to win one of these if they want to to show face here in the ACC Big Ten Challenge. It was rough for them last night, and Leonard Hamilton always has some fun teams to follow. Antoine, before we get into it, tell everybody your journey, I guess, you, from when you left East Carolina to where you are now, because you've covered a lot of different teams, done a lot of different things in between then and now. So could you catch us up on the Antwon timeline?
Well, I graduated 10 years ago, actually, almost to this day.
Oh, wow.
From East Carolina, believe it or not. So, coming up on that 10-year anniversary. And from there, I actually moved down to South Florida in 2011. Did a little bit of work for the Miami Herald, and then I ended up getting hired by the Palm Beach Post and started covering the Miami Dolphins. And I covered the Dolphins from 2013 to 2018. Did that and ended up moving back to North Carolina briefly to cover the Carolina Panthers for the Riot Report. And then now I'm here in Florida, but at the Panhandle in Tallahassee covering Florida State. So, yeah, in a nutshell, I've pretty much covered just about anything you can think of. But, yeah, I've been all over the place. So, yeah, it's been a fun journey. It's been a fun 10 years, actually. It was just crazy to think about.
Well, they got Antwon out of there, and Miami finally started winning Shirley. So that's Shirley's our Dolphins fan here. Maybe it was more Adam Gase than you, Antwon, that they started winning. But let's start there. Let's start there. I guess are we living in a world where the Bills run the AFC East and the Dolphins are right there behind them, Antwon? That was an impressive win by the Bills Monday night against San Francisco. But how about those Dolphins and what they've been able to do? Brian Flores seems like a hell of a coach, but he did make some people scratch their heads when he went from Fitz to Tua, back to Fitz, and now I guess back to Tua. So there's been some quarterback shuffling going on, but the Dolphins are right there in the mix this year.
Yeah, I love their defense. They've been playing really well as of late. I think Flores has really put his stamp on the program. Really got some former Patriot players to come down to South Florida and really trying to change that culture there. And Xavier Howard's just playing out of his mind. I think he's definitely a candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. Obviously, you can give that award to Aaron Donald every year, because I feel like him and Patrick Mahomes are the best two players in the NFL. But Xavier Howard's just been the best corner in football by none this year, and it's going to be interesting to see what the month holds for the Dolphins. They got a brutal schedule starting on Sunday against the Chiefs, and then from there they end up playing the Patriots and then the Raiders, and then they close out at Buffalo and the Bills. So they're 8-4 right now, but if they're going to make the playoffs, they're definitely going to have to earn it.
Patriots raised some eyebrows with their blowout win over the Chargers on Sunday. Where do the Bills stack up, in your opinion, Antwon, on top of the AFC East? Steelers lost their first game the other night. We'll talk about my football team in a moment. But you got the Steelers. Of course, you got the Chiefs. The South with the Titans, Colts really can't figure them out week to week. Do the Bills have a legit shot to? I don't know if anybody's beating Kansas City, but do the Bills have a shot to maybe meet them in an AFC Championship game?
Yeah, I think so. I think if you're looking for the third best team that's been consistent all year in the AFC, I think it's Buffalo. I think a lot of people had questions about Josh Allen really the last couple of years, but I've been a big fan of his, and I thought his progression from year one to year two was huge, and it's even gotten even bigger this year from year 2 to year 3. And you can just see it, especially acquiring Stephon Diggs there. I definitely think they needed a big-time number one receiver. They got that to go along with some of the other guys there, and Cole Beasley there. They got a really good, solid running game with Devin Singletary and also Zach Moss, too, as well. Offensive line's playing a lot better, and their defense really Sean McDermott's calling card there. So, yeah, I definitely think they're the most consistent out of the other teams, not counting the Steelers and Chiefs. Will they get in the AFC Championship? I don't know. They obviously need to win a playoff game for the first time.
Yeah.
Since the 90s.
Yeah, since Jim Kelly, I guess, right?
Yeah, I think Jim Kelly was the quarterback the last time they won. It might have been Doug Flutie. But still, either way, it was a long time ago.
Right.
Once they can get that monkey off their back, then I definitely think they can have potential to maybe meet up with the Chiefs in the championship game.
Well, speaking of the playoff droughts, Antwon, how seriously are you taking the Browns right now at 9-3?
I think they're one of the most talented teams in the league. from top to bottom, whether you talk about offensively. I mean, I know they're without Odell Beckham, but still, Donovan's Jones, they hit to score that long touchdown last week. He got him with Jarvis Landry, Baker Mayfield. You definitely have the most talented backfield in the NFL with Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb. The offensive line's playing a lot better, and defensively, Myles Garrett is just playing out of this world too as well. So I definitely take the Browns seriously. I know a lot of people didn't because they didn't have that marquee signature win, but they got that in a big way against the Titans, and they'll still have some opportunities to get some big wins. They got the Ravens on Monday night coming up, and they still got the Steelers the last game of the season. So if they can potentially win those and maybe get to 13-3, which is crazy to say with the Browns, I definitely think you have to take them seriously in the AFC too as well.
All right, Antwan Staley joining us. Let's talk about my team, Antoine. I've never done more chest pumping about a 5-7 team in my life, but Washington, after dominating the rival Cowboys and then knocking off the Steelers, you're starting to get that hope again, which is a scary feeling to have. I lost all hope Sunday when the Giants, with a bunch of Redskins cast-offs, went to Seattle and beat the Seahawks. But Giants 5-7, Washington 5-7. Giants have the tiebreaker because they swept Washington this year. I know everybody makes fun of the NFC East, but they're going to have one playoff team. Antoine, who do you see surviving the NFC East this year?
I want to pick Washington. I really do. I think they're really starting to come on at the right time. And if you look at their schedule, I think it's a lot more favorable than you look at the Giants' schedule, which I think is a little bit more difficult. They still got the Cardinals, Browns, and Ravens coming up 3 in a row. So I think it's going to be tough there. Whereas you look at Washington, they end up having the 49ers, Seahawks, and Panthers. Not daunting by any means. And we just saw the Giants ended up beating the Seahawks over the weekend. So I definitely think, and they close out with the Redskins. I mean, Washington close out with the Eagles.
Yeah.
So, I definitely think they have the best opportunity out of those two teams. I think Washington can finish potentially 8-8 and win the division. That's definitely going to be the magic number to win that division and get a home game and maybe spoil somebody's party once they get into the playoffs. I just think Ron Rivera, considering the circumstances and everything he's went through, has done a really, really good job in his first year. I don't think anybody saw this coming in year one. Maybe a couple of years from now, and considering their quarterback situation, but their defense has just been great. And, of course, Chase Young has been everything he was advertised to be.
They have drafted to stack up that defense the last few years, and it has certainly paid off this year. Antoine, everybody's chasing the Saints right now in the NFC. They are the only team, I believe, they're the only team in the NFC that has clinched a playoff spot this far. Yes. 10-2, 9 wins in a row. As I say tongue-in-cheek, they never lose when Drew Brees is out of the lineup. Teddy Bridgewater last year, Taysom Hill this year. They just win every game. And I don't know. Are they that good? Like, are you scared of the Saints if your team's going in to play New Orleans?
I'm not, but I mean, they always find themselves there in the end.
Yeah.
But, I just think with Taysom Hill, it's kind of a little bit of luck because the teams that they played the Falcons, Broncos, and Falcons again. I think they've kind of gotten away with, they didn't have to do too much, and they can rely on the defense is really great.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people talk about the defense. Everybody wants to talk about Drew Brees and Michael Thomas and Alvin Kamara, but I think their defense has really been their calling card the last couple of years. We're going to find out about them. They end up playing the Chiefs in a couple of weeks here, so we'll know if they're contenders or not in the NFL. But if they can potentially win a championship, but I'm not exactly worried. I think, me personally, I think the Packers are the better team.
Yeah.
If you're asking me right now, can the Saints get home field? I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot now considering the pandemic situation, but I would take Aaron Rodgers, especially the way he has played this year, over Drew Brees or whoever the quarterback is for the Saints. It's because I think the Packers are playing better on both sides of the football right now.
At times, too, it almost looks like Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams are just toying with the defense. There was a series on Sunday where he went to Adams, there was a flag, went back to Adams, incomplete, and just for fun went back to him again and scored a touchdown on 3rd down and goal. And it's like whenever they want to do it, they can do it. I mean, and I think Devontae Adams is elite. I don't think it's Rodgers just making him a great receiver, but that duo right now is untouchable.
I agree, and I think Green Bay, the best thing they might have done was take Jordan Love in the first round. Everybody criticized him,
right?
But all they did was really motivate Aaron Rodgers to end up coming out and having the year that he's had. And like I say, I don't know if that was the plan or whatever the case was, but it certainly worked because I definitely think it really gave him a new energy and a new purpose that he wants to try to win at least another Super Bowl ring before his career is over in Green Bay. And this might be the best opportunity he's had really since 2011 when they went 15-1 and ended up losing to the Giants on the divisional round.
Antoine, I feel like week to week, the NFC West, the teams at the top are very inconsistent with the Rams and the Seahawks. My most intriguing team in the NFC is Tom and Tampa. Like they're 7-5 right now. You would think that at the end of the year they're going to click and play their best football. They're kind of running out of time to do that, though, right? I mean, what do you see for Tampa the rest of the way?
I think the bye week probably came at the right time for them. They were on the 2-game losing streak there. I think it's tough for anytime you put together a team the way that they did, and a lot of people had those Super Bowl expectations when you bring in a Tom Brady and have the weapons that they did. I think it's going to be tough for everything to click in their first year, and I think they still have a lot of issues, especially the offensive line. I mean, yeah, Tom Brady's great and all, and even though he's 43 years old, he's still one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but you can't expect him to just sit back there and take a beating and complete passes down the field when he's not given the opportunity to. And plus, I don't think their defense has played as well as they did early on in the season. So you factor all that stuff in. Yeah, I think they have a favorable schedule the rest of the way out. I wouldn't be surprised if they went out and they get to the playoffs, but I don't see them just making a whole lot of noise. They might win one playoff game depending on who they play in the first round, but I just don't see it as a team that can potentially beat the Saints. They've proven they can't beat the Saints, at least right now, or go to Green Bay and beat the Packers. So, yeah, I would definitely take those two teams over Tampa Bay at the moment.
Talking to Antwan Staley on the Fixed NC Live line. You can follow him on Twitter at Antwan Staley. And, Antwan, I don't know your hours, but it seems like you are talking football and interacting on Twitter, talking football, talking sports 24/7. So if you want to talk about your team, I'm sure he'll talk with you about them. Let's talk some college football, Antwan, and we'll start kind of close to home and branch out. We'll talk Florida State, East Carolina. First with ECU. I know you're still a fan. You follow the program. You watch all the games. What did you think of the Pirates? 3-6 is not a great record, but knocking off SMU to close the year. You beat Temple before that, little 2-game win streak. You feel pretty decent heading into the offseason. What was your take on the 2020 Pirates?
I thought the momentum the last 2 games was special. I thought it was really big just to get those 2 wins. I know obviously they end up getting crushed by Cincinnati, but they go to Temple. I know they were a little shorthanded in that game and get the victory there and the big win over SMU. I don't think a lot of people saw that coming. To put up 52 points up against them is huge. So, and I count the Tulsa game. I'm sorry, like that should have been a win. I think everybody knows that.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna get too much into it because I don't want to rehash old memories. But yeah, I still say they won 4 games this year. So I think that's a good second year for Mike Houston, considering the circumstances with COVID and everything. And I think it's going to be a really good offseason. I'm curious to see how recruiting goes this year. I know it's going to be really limited just because of what's going on. You can't really do a whole lot of visits and everything. So, yeah, I'm hoping for bigger things there, and I feel optimistic that he's the right guy to get this turned around, especially going into year 3.
Antwan, on that note, can you find any positives with Mike Norvell's season at Florida State this year? It was a rough one in Tallahassee.
I will. I think at least you're getting the play. I know you had a lot of people that opted out, but you're getting, at least now with the players that have opted out, you know who's going to stay and ride the ship. Normally, when you have a new coach in there, it's going to be players that don't necessarily like a new voice or like what you're doing or believe in what you're doing. Now he's gotten all of those players out of there, so now he can bring in the players that fit his system, that believe in what he's doing. And I think the Clemson situation, I think, really won a lot of players over, especially recruiting-wise, because, I mean, he took on Dabo. Dabo said a lot of things about Florida State, and he had his players back. He ended up standing up to him, and I think people saw that. And I think it's Florida State, too. People are going to see, well, you know what, it's an opportunity to go play right away. Detroit returned that around, and Florida State's not so far removed where these players don't remember how good they were. I'm sure they remember the Jameis Winston teams or when Dalvin Cook was good there. So I expect them to rack up junior college transfers and to really be much better in 2021.
Antoine, I feel like if we were talking basketball instead of football, this Notre Dame thing would be a bigger story. Maybe it's because I'm from North Carolina and you got Tobacco Road, the Blue Bloods with Duke and UNC and going back even further, NC State. But if Notre Dame came in like one season and ran shop and won the ACC Basketball League and then stepped out the following year, I don't know. I feel like that would be a huge deal for football. Maybe not as much, maybe to Clemson fans, and I just don't know if there's the passion for football, especially on Tobacco Road. But how about that story of Notre Dame coming in for 1 year? They knock off the Tigers. I think Notre Dame is a playoff team, win or lose in the ACC championship against Clemson. But how about that story of Notre Dame one and done and coming in and did what they did this year?
I agree with you. I think no matter what happens on December 19th, I think they're going to get in. I think they have an opportunity to beat Clemson because I know a lot of people talk about Trevor Lawrence being out, but they didn't lose that game because of poor quarterback play. They lost that game because they ended up giving up 300 yards rushing to Notre Dame, and their defense just failed them. So that's why they have the loss there in South Bend. It had nothing to do with the offense necessarily. The game obviously went to overtime, but yeah, it was all defensively. But yeah, I think Ian Book has just had a really, really great season. Brian Kelly, deservedly one of the candidates for Coach of the Year, and I thought they would. I didn't know they would be undefeated at this point, but I thought they definitely be one of the teams that would represent the ACC in the championship once they announced it there. And I thought North Carolina would have an opportunity there. Maybe Miami, possibly might just having a really good season there too. But yeah, these are the two teams that I think a lot of people thought were going to meet in Charlotte when it was all said and done. So I'm definitely not surprised with that. But yeah, it would be something if they end up running away with the ACC championship and maybe end up playing Clemson a third time in the college football playoffs, depending on what may or may not happen.
It looks like that whoever, the Big Ten, college football, all of the above, is going to make some concessions for Ohio State, let them play in a championship game against Northwestern, get their sixth game in. Well, let's play, and this is what it's all about, right? Conversations and scenarios. How about a scenario where Clemson does beat Notre Dame in a close game, Florida beats Alabama in a close game? Like, is that your four teams, Antwan, and Ohio State's on the outside looking in that scenario? Because all those teams make it?
I think so, because I think those teams have a better body of work.
Yeah.
I think if you're Ohio State, you are rooting for Alabama to crush Florida.
Right.
You need them to just blow the doors off, not even be close enough where the experts might even consider putting Florida in that opposite game in the playoff. But yeah, I think you're definitely, those are your four teams that Florida were to pull off the upset, and then you obviously have to root for I need to root for Notre Dame to also beat. You need to beat Clemson too as well, because if Notre Dame beats Clemson a second time, then that definitely puts Ohio State in too as well. So yeah, I definitely think if you're the Buckeyes, yeah, you definitely need you need those two scenarios to happen. Definitely need Alabama to crush Florida by any means possible. But yeah, I just don't think Ohio State. For me, I think Cincinnati should get the opportunity, but I know that's not going to happen, especially looking at the rankings last night when you had Iowa State ranked ahead of them. That pretty much nipped that in the bud, because I don't know if there's anything Cincinnati can do at that point.
It felt like, hey, we've thrown Cincinnati a bone all year and then kept them close, but let's go ahead and put Iowa State above them, who lost to Louisiana, right, to start the season.
Yes.
So that was disheartening, but then again, it's par for the course, right? I mean,
yeah, it's what we're expecting. It's pretty much the fat cats get fatter, and the smaller ones just chugging along too as well. So yeah, that's kind of how it is in college football.
Antwan, you follow this stuff really closely. I I think I got a question that you don't even know the answer to. What the hell's bowl season going to look like? Like, when are the bowl games? Who's in a bowl game? What is it going to look anything like a normal year? I know we've lost. I think Brett McMurphy tweeted out, was it like 13 maybe have dropped? But I guess all these bowl games are going to go on as planned as of right now.
So normally they've gotten up to like 40 plus bowl games.
Yeah.
Which I don't think we necessarily need anyway.
No.
But that's another conversation. So right now I think we're at like 27, 28.
Mm-hmm.
And what can happen is no set, right? There's no set margin as far as, normal years. You have to have a certain record,
right,
a certain amount of wins. You can't be under 500 to get into a bowl game unless you get an exemption. This year's not. That's not the case. So if Bowl King if they want to take Florida State, who only has 2 wins right now, they could, just for political reasons. I don't think that's going to happen, but that's what could happen if a bowl decided to do that. So it's no set parameters for what the bowl season may look like. You may have a team with a losing record potentially. You may not. But, I think it's definitely going to be a lot more skinnier schedule as far as the bowl games. And it's going to look a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit confusing, I'm sure, to a lot of people. But at least it's some kind of bowl season.
Look, I'll watch.
It beats the alternative.
I'll watch any game on Antwon. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just curious as to how the whole thing's going to work. Antwan Staley joining us on the Fixed NC Live line today. Antwan, you mentioned Florida State hoops in action tonight in the big one against Indiana. Early take. I know you follow some other ACC teams as well in the state of North Carolina. What's your early take on college basketball so far this season?
Well, I think Duke is a little bit in trouble. I don't think a lot of people thought Duke would be where they are currently right now with already 2 losses. But Illinois is a really good team, so you can't really take much away from them. And UNC also going down last night to a really good Iowa team there. I think the Big Ten is really, really strong this year, and I think the ACC is going to be a little bit of a transition. I think Florida State arguably was the best. Well, they were the best team in the ACC last year in the regular season, and arguably maybe one of the best teams in college basketball a year ago. And it might be the case this year. I think a lot of people should tune into that game against Indiana, a team that's up and coming, played well in the Maui Invitational last week. So I'm definitely curious to see what Florida State can do, even though they only have 1 game under their belt this year against a really, really solid Indiana team. Because I think right now, the door is wide open in the ACC with it seems like North Carolina and Duke a little bit down this year.
Yeah, you already got Virginia with a loss as well, so something to keep an eye on there. Antoine, appreciate your time, man. If people want to read more of your work, obviously people can follow you on Twitter at Antwan Staley. Where else can we find you?
You find me at the Tallahassee Democrat. Also find me at Athlon Sports too as well there, just breaking down games too. So, those are the 3 places you can find my work.
Antwan, always enjoy the chat, man. We'll keep in touch and get you on again and talk more sports with you, man.
All right, sounds good, Cliff. You take it easy.
Yes, sir. Thank you. There's Antwan Staley joining us on the Fixed NC Live line, our first of 2 Antwans on the program today, as we will talk to Antoine Jackson coming up around 4 o'clock on today's program. ACC Big Ten Challenge did not go the way of the ACC last night. Let me run down the games real quick from Tuesday evening. Of course, you had the big names losing. Iowa looking really good with Garza and company, but 93-80 over North Carolina. Iowa hit 17 threes in that game. Illinois knocking off Duke last night, 83-68. They were in control early and often, up 14 at the half. Go on and win the game by 15 points. Penn State knocking off Virginia Tech. The Hokies were ranked 15th. Penn State wins that one by 20. Rutgers takes care of Syracuse, 79-69. It was Ohio State over Notre Dame, 90-85. Minnesota beating Boston College in overtime, 85-80. The one lone ACC victory last night was Miami knocking off Purdue by 4 points. That was their one win in the column. Coming up tonight, Maryland to Clemson. That game is actually at 5 o'clock, so we'll keep an eye on that one in our final hour here on Pirate Radio Live. Indiana, Florida State, the game Antwan was talking about. That should be a good one tonight. Florida State, a favorite in that one at 7:15. Georgia Tech taking on Nebraska, Pitt, and Northwestern. Tonight's headliner has been canceled, unfortunately. Michigan State, Virginia were supposed to play tonight in Charlottesville, but that game will not be played. All right, let's take a time out. We'll come back. You're ready to wrap up hour one of today's show and get you set for a big hour number two, where we will talk ECU basketball with Pirate assistant coach Antoine Jackson and Seymour. That and more on the way on Pirate Radio Live after this.
If you are push mowing your yard using an inefficient lawn tractor, or your current zero-turn spends more time in the shop than mowing your grass, it's time you look at a Hustler zero-turn lawnmower. Residential mowers from Hustler are built like tanks and drive like sports cars. All Hustler mowers have fabricated, welded steel decks. Don't settle on cheap units with flimsy stamped decks from big box stores. Come see Ron Ayers Motorsports. It will guide you to the right mower for your property and your budget. Find us at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville.
This is Dr. Phil Perdue with Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. My colleagues and I recognize how difficult this time is for everyone in our community. We continue to see patients during the week while taking precautions to keep everyone safe. Our extended care clinic is now open on Saturdays and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., so you can avoid the emergency department for your urgent orthopedic care. For more information, please contact us at 757-2663 or visit our website at orthoeast.com.
Domino's week-long carry-out deal means you can carry out 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 each every day. That's right, $7.99 each, and every day means any day. But just in case there's any confusion, we've set up a helpful website to confirm if today's a day you can carry out 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 each at Domino's. Just go to howabouttoday.com to find out if Domino's week-long carry-out deal is valid today. Spoiler alert, it is. Carry out only. You must ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, and charges may vary. Excludes extra large and specialty pizzas. Crust availability varies by size.
Enjoy the warm air circulating moments after you turn up the heat. Precise control of cooking temperatures. Enough hot water on demand for everyone's shower. The instant glow of warmth when you turn on your fireplace or fire pit. Never having to change a gas tank on your outdoor grill. Experience the affordable luxury of natural gas. Find out more at GUC.com.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, pirates supporting pirates.
It's the season for warmer clothes, hot apple cider, and changing leaves. But what doesn't change and what won't change is our commitment to your complete satisfaction each and every time you visit our dealership. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Complete customer satisfaction isn't just a seasonal thing, it's delivered every day. That's why we are the place to find your next truck or SUV. Come in and get you one. Phelps Chevrolet. Visit today or see us on the web.
UBE and PirateWear.com have everything to fill Santa's sleigh this Christmas. Officially licensed ECU gifts and apparel, polos, outerwear, and sweats from Champion, Columbia, and Cutter & Buck. Visit the Crow's Nest for the largest selection of ECU children's apparel in the world. Be sure to follow UBE PirateWear.com on all social media platforms to stay informed on sales, events, and giveaways. UBE and PirateWear.com, making your Christmas jolly and bright for over 50 years.
While other folks come and go, Greenville Pool & Supply has been your local pool store in Greenville and Eastern North Carolina for over 40 years. Are you finding yourself spending more time at home than ever before? If so, turn your backyard into a vacation destination. Greenville Pool has pools for any size backyard. Choose from the very popular fiberglass, classic vinyl, or custom concrete. If you order your pool now, it could be in by this spring. If you're ready for a pool, contact the pros at Greenville Pool & Supply.
This is Marcus Crandall, former ECU Pirate and Grey Cup champion. And you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Now is the perfect time for a review of your home, auto, and life insurance with a trusted and experienced agent. Call ECU grad Brandon Manning with Farm Bureau Insurance at 531-1812. Brandon's clients always have his cell phone number and is available before or after business hours. Call Brandon today at 531-1812 to schedule a review and get a free quote. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, Shirley Rhodes, thank you very much. We got some basketball coming up at 4 o'clock. The ECU women set to take on Virginia Commonwealth. The Rams coming into the year at coming into this game, I should say, at 2-3 on the season. And obviously everybody knows this, but you got to stop Tara Reid if you're the Pirates today. She's averaging 18 points a game, of course, and really is their go-to player. And you don't want to put her on the free throw line, Shirley. 15 of 16 from the free throw line on the year, can hit from the outside 4 out of 7.
How many games has she played?
Of course, she's played in 2 games and started 1.
Okay.
So I don't know. Is she hurt?
She's 2-3. They're 2-3, so they've played 5 games, but she's only played in 2.
Correct.
So those numbers are a tad bit skewed.
Hey, look, these are my numbers. I've done a lot of research on this. Obviously, Sarah Tebiasu is tough as well. 13 points a game. Who has started and played in 5 games? So
okay, that might be that's a little bit more fair to say that she might be the one that you might have to pay close attention to.
So you are disrespecting Tara Reid, who was in American Pie, of course. We all remember. Actress. Also
well
in
done, sir.
Sharknado,
well done.
I believe.
Yeah, Sharknado. That's right. That's right.
Keep an eye on Taya Robinson, 12.4 points per game for the Rams this season. Let me see who they've played. The Rams are a 2.5 point favorite against East Carolina. They have knocked off St. Mary's. They have lost to Arizona State. They have lost to Stone Cold Stephen F. Austin. They won at home against Buffalo, and they are coming off a loss to Old Dominion. So, winnable game, I would say.
Winnable game. I think it's a winnable game. The one thing that East Carolina has to do is they've, we talk about their defensive intensity, but they cannot start from behind the 8 ball. And what I mean by that is they need to get out to a fast start. They've got to be able to shoot early and often and try to take some of those defensive turnovers that they, can really force. I mean, shoot, they were second in the nation last year in turnovers. So they can turn those. One of the more difficult thing is taking those turnovers and turning them into points. So I think if you jump out to an early lead, kind of set the pace, that'll make things a lot easier for you as a ball club. But the last 2 games, Duke was Duke just came out on fire. There was, I don't think there was a whole lot that East Carolina could do with Carol Lawson's ball club. But playing against Georgia, East Carolina was in it, but they went 3-4 5-minute stretches without making a shot, and that made things much more difficult for them.
Here's my key, Shirley, after watching the Georgia game, and it's kind of something you just said. A good start, because East Carolina got off to an awful start against Georgia and then played them even for just about the rest of the game. It was a 7 to 11 point game pretty much the entire game. They traded baskets, and then Georgia was able to, the last 3 or 4 minutes, kind of expand the lead.
Well, and they came out in the second half. They struggled to get the ball in the basket. So that was, when you have those 3-4 minute droughts, that's a nightmare for a basketball coach.
And we've seen another game you were following earlier this season where it's just, and we saw it Monday in the men's game, but basketball is such a game of runs.
Oh, yeah.
Where,
absolutely, yeah.
ECU would go on an 8-0 run, give up a 12-0 run. But they do need a good start today and to stay within striking distance and not get 10 points behind like they did against Georgia, because, again, they played them pretty much shot for shot, basket for basket for a while there in the second half.
And what's their record right now? Is it 1-4 for ECU? If my memory serves right, because they beat Virginia, they lost to Towson, lost to Georgia, lost to Duke.
1-3.
1-3. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So need looking for their second win of the year.
And it's their last non-conference game because they start conference play on the 16th.
We all remember last year that VCU knocked off East Carolina 53-40. We all remember that. Chandler remembers it well.
I probably remember it, but I actually don't. You have to get. I'm drawing a blank.
You might have called this game, Shirley Rhodes. No, you didn't, because
I was
it was
going to say
in
it was
Richmond.
it was on the road. I thought
it was at VCU. So they're about to tip it off at 4:00. We're about to talk some Pirates basketball with Antoine Jackson at 4:00. He's our next guest on the program. We'll talk about the Pirates' 4-0 start to the season and look ahead to Thursday's game, 5:00, Minges Coliseum against North Florida. That is on the way, hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. We're back with you after this.
In studio with Dr. Shondell Jones today from Kinetic Physical Therapy. What's new for 2021?
Well, 2020 has been a tough year for a lot of people, especially with the pandemic. And so, listen, we've got a way that people can kind of get that control back. We call it a power up package to start the year. And it's a mix of health coaching and personal training so that people can actually meet those goals and get back in shape. So to meet your goals in 2021, go to kptonline.com or give us a call at Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness at 364-2806.
What the heck was that?
Oh, that was Chuck from Naughty Dog. They just did a new beer release, and he gets so excited he runs around town screaming and telling everyone. I told him I would cut this new commercial instead and let people know to get to Naughty Dog this holiday season to try their new beers, that they're open 7 days a week, and that they're doing a fundraiser to drop off food and toys for dogs. Go to Naughty Dog Brewing Company on Main Street in downtown Winterville today, and maybe you'll see Chuck there screaming. Follow Naughty Dog on Facebook and Instagram for more fun.
North Carolina state parks are now open for visitors. Parks should be used for exercise, fresh air, getting out in nature, or a day trip as the state safely reopens. Visitors should enjoy themselves, but please remember the 3 W's. Wear face coverings, wait 6 feet apart, and wash your hands often. Focus on moving through the park, keep social distancing in mind, and avoid large groups. While most facilities and activities will be open, please contact any state park before your visit with questions or visit ncparks.gov/open.
The holiday season is here, and Sam Jones Barbecue is ready to help you host all of your family and friends this year with our catering menu, perfect for any size gathering. Our whole hog chop barbecue, slow-cooked chicken, smoked turkey, and spare ribs will make a holiday meal a hands-down winner every time. Log on to samjonesbarbecue.com to get your order started, and also check out our online store stocked with our sauces, hats, and t-shirts. I'm Sam Jones, and on behalf of all of our staff, happy holidays.
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bells Fork, or greenvilleautoworld.net.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles, and welcome inside the booth. Pirate basketball games come fast and furious this month. Hopefully. Some thoughts next.
If you missed Pirate Radio Live, you missed.
What I've learned in the last 24 hours is that I will never, ever, ever bet on the East Carolina Pirates because their coach is the softest coach I've ever seen in my entire life.
Softest coach in America, he called you.
I don't know anybody's ever said that about me. I'd love to have Pat here in Greenville, North Carolina. I'd love to meet him.
Maybe
Dowdy Ficklin Stadium.
Maybe we could arrange a visit of Pat McAfee and do the Oklahoma drill, you and him. How about that?
Yeah.
You think he'd say that to your face?
We can find out.
Pirate Radio Live, weekdays from 3 to 6, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
In this, the most abnormal of years, ECU is scheduled to play 8 games in December. Could be more, could be less. Remember, Joe Dooley's ball club has already lost 3 games when the Pirates opted out of the Gulf Coast Showcase in Fort Myers in November to start the season. We fully expect to see some starts and stops. Broadcasting games in an empty Williams Arena Minges Coliseum has been a surreal experience. You can hear PA announcer Morgan Ehlers and even the players on the bench acting like fans cheering their teammates on. I long for the days of leaving Minges with a headache after a packed house has raised the roof. but it's not going to happen this year. Maybe in January, a few fans will be permitted. It's easy for me and my broadcast partner, Seymour, and on-site engineer, David Horn. We can pull right up to the front door, and there are no lines in the men's room. Come on back again next time, and we'll visit inside the booth.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Select Bank and Trust. Banking is banking until the service is not the same. Wouldn't you like to deal with a bank that is responsive to your needs, can make local decisions, and cares about you, the customer? Try Select Bank and Trust. Bank local. Bank select. SelectBank.com. Now, back to the show.
Well, welcome back. Got damage? Damage from wood rot? Fixed. Damage from smoke or fire? Fixed. Damage caused by water? Fixed. If you've got damage, use a contractor that works for you and not your insurance company. Visit fixednc.com today or call 999-0001. That's 3 9s, 3 zeros, and a 1. Fixed NC. Restore, renew, maintain. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
All right, got the plus on inside the Pirate Radio studios. ECU set to take on VCU in women's basketball. First person they show after Chris Haymeyer, who's calling the game, is Tara Reid.
Wait, Chris Haymeyer as in the Chris Haymeyer?
The Chris Haymeyer.
From the Fighting Camels?
From the Fighting Camels.
Oh.
He's doing the game. I hope Tara Reid was not listening to Shirley disrespect her a moment ago on the program. But she might have been. I don't know.
Depends.
Depends on what?
If Tara Reid has to be guarded by the one and only LaShonda Monk, she's going to have a headache today.
Shut down. Pirates win the tip, and the Pirates have already committed an offensive foul. All right.
Who?
I don't know.
Who the frick got the foul?
Calm down, Shirley. We will, let's go out. Let's talk some men's hoops now. Pirates off to a 4-0 start. They'll try to make it 5-0. They take on North Florida coming up Thursday, 5 o'clock in Minges Coliseum. And here to talk about it is assistant basketball coach of the Pirates, Antoine Jackson, joining us on the Fixed NC Live line. Coach, how you doing?
Doing great.
Coach, it's not something we say every year for ECU, bringing back a lot of returners, but we got the whole team back basically from a year ago. The new kid on the block is you. So how have you acclimated to this team and acclimated to the Greenville community so far?
I'm all settled in. It's been great. The people here. The guys on the team, our staff, everybody. Everybody's been great. Love working with everybody. Being new, I'm meeting people, new people all the time. So, I haven't cut everybody's name yet, but that'll happen in due time.
Good deal. And Coach, you know these players well by now, and 4-0 start for this team, a fantastic start to the season. Let's go back to the game against UNCW on Monday, and basketball is a game of runs, but that game took it to the extreme. ECU up 14 at the half. They get down by 10. You win the game by 10. What's it like coaching through those emotions during a game?
Well, basketball is a game of runs. The halftime score, people, that's the most irrelevant stat on the stat sheet. Nobody cares about the halftime score. And, it's 20 minutes of basketball left to be played, at least 20 minutes. And, you gotta, the other team's going to have a chance to come back. They're not going to quit. We knew they were going to make a run. That's just part of it. And, I give our guys credit from being up that much to going down 10 with, I want to say, like 6:20 left in the game and battling back to, tying it up actually, technically, I mean, we had a chance to win it at the buzzer. Only 0.3 left. If there was a little more left, we would have won the game on that. But, we got over that little, that some little emotions there, and then we focused in overtime and got it done.
Yeah, J.J. Miles hit the shot at the end of regulation. It was a little late. Coach, not to nitpick here, watching the game, I thought they should have added a little more time on the clock. Were you and Coach Dooley and the staff, did y'all talk to the officials about that, or do you just let it go?
I mean, we talked about it, but they didn't review it. I mean, when you rewatch it, 0.6, 0.7 is when it was, when the ball was out. So, but they didn't. I mean, it happens. I mean, but at least we got it done in overtime. I mean, but yeah, you're right.
Talking to Antoine Jackson on the Fixed NC Live line. Coach, J.J. Miles, a hero on Monday, but Toma Baruti played a fantastic game. He's such a versatile player. When you guys go small, he can play the 5 for you and get it done on the inside, but hit some key threes as well. And from what I understand, I don't know if confidence was an issue for him last year. The way he stepped up and hit big shots on Monday, confidence certainly not an issue this year, but he's been great to start this season.
Yes, he has. I just think, this year, having guys back the second time around, they're more sure of themselves. He's more settled into, knowing what, Coach Dooley wants from him and expects from him. I mean, he has a beautiful looking shot. I think with him, when it came to shooting the ball, he wouldn't shoot it the same way every time. At least, that's what the staff, that's what we talked about. So, sometimes guys get on a roll and then he might miss a couple and then he starts shooting it different. But like he's really made a conscious effort on, doing it the same way every time. It's become more muscle memory to him. But he gives us tremendous versatility, being able to play him and Jaden together. We can essentially you're playing, two forwards, okay, and in a pinch they both can guard guys on the perimeter, which is huge, and they're strong enough, where they can hold their own inside against bigger players. So definitely a luxury.
Coach, when you have to go big, you got some options there to go to. Luigi DeBeau, good start to his season. Charles Coleman entering his sophomore year. You've got some bigs to work with. How about your big men so far? And they're going to be key once we get into conference play with all these bigger teams you're going to see. So how have those guys played, in your opinion, so far?
They're coming along. I think all of them bring, something unique, different, to the table. So, you have your power. Edra's a more skilled guy. Jaden obviously gives you, versatility because he can go both ways. Charles coming along. Luigi's improving. They all, they're working hard and it's been terrific. So we're going to need them, moving forward. And I give those guys credit, they stay ready. And ready to have their number called.
Talking to Antoine Jackson on the Fixed NC Live line. Coach, I hate to bring people down, but I did say on Monday, man, that'd be an awesome game to be at inside Minges Coliseum. That place would have been rocking. One thing, and college basketball looks different like everything this year, but one thing I have noticed, your guys on the bench, doing defense chants and really bringing the energy for the guys on the court. And that's been awesome to see so far. How much are you coaches encouraging that, and how much do you enjoy that everybody is out there rooting for everybody?
It's been awesome to know that guys, when they're not in the game, staying engaged, creating this this large amount of energy. I mean, you have people thinking that it's actual like fans at the game. You know, when people watch like, you know, the TV version, watch it online or what have you, they think, you know, it's more people there. But they've been great. I mean, you know, we feel like this is a close group, and they're happy for each other's success. You know, and some guys are going to have, you know, you're going to have success. More people are going to have more success on different nights. That's just part of it, and it's a joy to see. It's a joy to see. They're staying engaged. It helps guys stay ready. It helps guys pull through that are in the game. The ups and downs. They never give up. They haven't gotten down. You know, because that was some adversity we had to go through. And obviously, I mean, you know, the season, as long as it goes, is going to be more. I mean, that's just part of it. But yeah, they've been fantastic.
And a good point, Coach, about different guys stepping up on different nights. And we've already seen that through 4 games this season. One constant, of course, is Jaden Gardner. And I remember his freshman year, he was out on the floor directing traffic, telling older upperclassmen where to go. He not only is the best player on the court most every night, he's also the smartest player on the court. I saw him the other night after a whistle, run to the bench and talk to Joe Dooley and talk over things. What's it like coaching him day in, day out?
He's a joy to coach, man. Joy to coach. You know, being the best player, you know, and the more notable player, you get all the credit. Okay, you get a lot of the credit, but then also, you know, you're not perfect. So when we have to coach him, you know, he can take coaching. You know, it might not be easy coaching all the time. It might be some hard coaching, and he's able to, you know, work through it. He doesn't let it get to him. But you're right. I mean, being a smart player, he is a very cerebral player. He asks the right questions. If he don't know, he'll ask. But you know, he learns quick. He learns quick.
Coach, you mentioned something there. You know, it might be some tough coaching at times. It reminds me, I think it was after it might have been after the NC Wesleyan game, a Joe Dooley press conference, where it seems like it almost physically pains Joe Dooley to say something positive about the team after a game, because he even said it. As coaches, he looks at the negative and tries to teach and tries to fix all the mistakes. You know, how much positive reinforcement does go on with Joe Dooley, or is he always on the guys telling them what they need to do to get better?
I mean, honestly, you're gonna tell them when they do well.
Right
now, I mean, we do, but. I mean, so much. I mean, think of a game. Okay, there's something gonna go wrong on every play. There's a reason the team scores.
Yeah.
Like if you're on defense, there's a reason the team scores. There's a reason they get an open shot or a good shot. It's probably, you know, a screw up somewhere along the line. There's a reason we might turn it over, or we don't get the option that we should have got because something, you know, went wrong. So it's going to happen with every play. So players shouldn't get discouraged when we coach on every possession. I mean, it happens in practice every day. I don't know why, I would have, and it hasn't affected the guys in the, you know, in the game, so to speak. Now, in practice, yeah, there are going to be things that go on that, you know, I mean, that's just part of it. I mean, it's just like in your normal relationships, you know, the things are going to happen, things are going to be said, you know, and you move on and you move forward, and everybody will be fine. And those are things that happen, and you just keep going from there.
And got to be a lot better to get that reinforcement when you're winning games. Right now, ECU 4-0 to start the year. I talked to former ECU head coach Mac McCarthy recently, and he said, I guess all that scouting opponents I was doing all those years was overrated because you guys are scheduling games like within 1 or 2 days with new teams. That's something different for you this year, Coach. How have you kind of handled that, scheduling on the fly and playing these different teams?
I know. I mean, it's different. It's different. But in this, what we're going through right now, you have to be able to adjust and adapt.
Yeah.
At the drop of a hat. I mean, it happened to us with the tournament. Where we will be in Florida, and that gets, we end up getting out of that. Because of, the COVID stuff. And then we had to, get Charlotte back on the schedule. And the crazy thing was we had already scouted Indiana State. We had already scouted Austin Peay. I mean, we had scouted all the scenarios. And then another opponent came up, and then, because they were going to give us somebody else down there, and then we had to go right to Charlotte. Now, the thing about that is ECU played Charlotte last year, so there was a lot of familiarity there.
Mm-hmm.
So that that wasn't as bad. We had a quick turnaround for this for the Wilmington game. I mean,
yeah,
you only have, this is 1 day prep, and I get the guys credit because they locked in and they really really focused in on, the personnel, what they were trying to do. UNCW. They played a. They played a good game. I knew they were gonna make a run. And they had us on our heels for a bit. So credit to them. That wasn't an easy game. You got a guy. You playing against a team, they got a guy averaging, 27 a game. That's a big number, huge number. And they played really fast. Like I said, that was not an easy game.
Yeah, great win on Monday for the Pirates. Next up is North Florida, Thursday, 5 o'clock at Minges Coliseum. And we're talking to Antoine Jackson, ECU assistant basketball coach. Coach, just looking over what they've done so far this year, they're hungry for a win, obviously. Also, they're going to be battle-tested. They've played NC State, Miami, Florida State, so they've played a tough schedule. What else do you know about the Ospreys coming up on Thursday?
Well, I know this. They love to shoot the three. They're amongst, I want to say they led the country last year in three-pointers made and attempted. So they're going to let it fly. And just like you alluded to already, they've already played, some upper echelon type teams. So playing against, us with our size, we're going to be bigger than they are. They've been accustomed to that already. So they're not going to be phased at all. But I wouldn't, we can't be getting tricked about their record because they haven't won a game yet. Because, this last night, here Kansas State plays Fort Hays State.
Yeah.
Fort Hays, a Division II school, hadn't won a game, and they go in there and win by double digits. This is a wacky year. Anything can happen. And one thing about teams that shoot threes and make threes, when you're playing an opponent that's, considered an underdog, okay? The 3-point shot is the great equalizer. It's the great equalizer. Yeah. So, we gotta be mindful of that because you get one of these teams, man, they come in here, and bang, 14, 15 threes, you're in for a night.
Antoine Jackson joining us, Coach. first conference game is coming up next Wednesday. That is the next game on the schedule. I don't know. You guys got any weekend plans we should know about? Any other games popping up before next Wednesday?
Nah, I don't think that'll be in the cards. But
okay.
Hey, you know, like I said, I mean, we see it every day.
Yeah.
I mean, games. You know, you go to bed at night, you know, thinking one thing, and then, you know, 7, 8 in the morning, your plans could totally change. So,
yeah.
You know what? Don't actually hold me to that 100%.
Okay.
Because you know, a lot of things have to be in place.
Right.
So, but we can't get you can't get your feet, you know, stuck in the ground on, you know, we're just doing this and that's it. So things, you know, change. You got to be, you know, mobile and flexible to be able to do something else.
Nothing.
Our staff has been good at, you know, administration. They've been great at helping us with this stuff so far.
Yeah, nothing set in stone in 2020. Right, Coach?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Antwan, really appreciate the chat today. Fantastic start to the season. Keep up the great work, and we'll keep in touch with you and talk to you again down the road, man.
Thanks, Chip. Great. Appreciate you having me.
All right, there's Antoine Jackson, ECU assistant basketball coach, joining us today on the Fixed NC Live Line, talking about the Pirates' great start to the 2020 campaign. We will talk more Pirate hoops. We'll do a whole hour on Pirate hoops here. Seymour going to join us next on the Fixed NC Live Line. Also, after we talk to Cy, we're going to open up the treasure chest. So stick around. More Pirate hoops talk on the way, and then we'll make you a winner here on Pirate Radio Live. By the way, East Carolina women up 12-9 in the first quarter on VCU. We'll keep you up to date on that one as well. More to go when we return after this.
Do you think you might have been exposed to COVID-19? Maybe you're planning to visit parents, family, or friends. ArcPoint Labs of Greenville offers same-day COVID-19 results. No referral needed. Same-day results available. ArcPoint Labs of Greenville offers easy solutions to COVID-19 testing. ArcPoint Labs of Greenville is located across from Vidant Hospital on Executive Circle behind Southern Bank. Call for an appointment or walk in. ArcPoint Labs of Greenville, 215-5688 or arcpointlabs.com.
Get your ice cold Bud Light Seltzer here. Even though you can't go to the game, doesn't mean the game can't be brought to you now here. Just go to budlight.com/delivery. That's budlight.com/delivery.
Give me 2 mangoes.
Coming at you. It's a little short. Ow. Sorry. You know what? I'm just going to walk them over to you.
Whenever there's a game to watch, there's a Bud Light there. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, and Bud Light Seltzer, IRC Beer in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
UBE and PirateWear.com have everything to fill Santa's sleigh this Christmas. Officially licensed ECU gifts and apparel, polos, outerwear, and sweats from Champion, Columbia, and Cutter & Buck. Visit the Crow's Nest for the largest selection of ECU children's apparel in the world. Be sure to follow UBE PirateWear.com on all social media platforms to stay informed on sales, events, and giveaways. UBE and PirateWear.com, making your Christmas jolly and bright for over 50 years.
This is John Gavigan with the Gavigan Agency. Our top priority is doing what is best for our members. Whether you are buying a new vehicle, a new home, protecting your family with life insurance, or filing a claim, our agency will be there every step of the way. Our goal is to become a trusted advisor for you and your family for all of your personal and commercial insurance needs. Give us a call in Greenville at 756-1400 for a car, home, business, or life insurance quote today, and give us the opportunity to show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
Hey guys, 'tis the season to shop Shimmer Boutique. It is your one-stop shop for the whole family this holiday season. This is Ashley from Shimmer, and supporting local is important. That's why we have the widest range of local North Carolina clothing. Shimmer carries a great variety of men's, youth, women's clothing, and jewelry as well. Plus, we will always help you pick out your gifts and even gift wrap them for free. Let's make holiday shopping easy and fun with Shimmer Boutique, located on Greenville Boulevard behind Starbucks, in Winterville besides New River Pottery, and in Jacksonville.
Over 32 years ago, the Ronald McDonald House of Eastern North Carolina opened its doors as a place to help families stay together and close to the care they need when they have a sick child. With the addition of a second Ronald McDonald House inside the Maynard Children's Hospital, our need to serve is greater than ever as the medical community flourishes. Help us expand our mission of keeping families close as we grow to meet that need. You can show your support by making a donation to the Ronald McDonald House. Visit our website today at rmhenc.org for more information. Thank you for your support.
Medicare is not one size fits all, but which plan is right for you? Hi, I'm Denise Walker, and I'm a licensed insurance agent here in North Carolina. Whether you are turning 65, new to Medicare, or already have a plan, I can help you compare your Medicare options. I can help you find a plan offering low to no monthly premiums, prescription drug coverage, and a wide range of additional benefits like dental, hearing, vision, and more. Call me today at 434-531-5674 to get a no-cost, no-obligation Medicare benefits review.
This holiday season, remember Jersey Mike's for all your catering needs. Whether it's a private party or you're just feeding the office, Jersey Mike's can take care of it all with 5 convenient locations serving the Greenville area. Jersey Mike's also has online ordering, contactless pickup, delivery, and in-store takeout. Subs, salads, wraps, and all items are sliced fresh all day, every day. Take a break and enjoy Jersey Mike's. Everybody likes Jersey Mike's. Open 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily.
This is Brian Bailey, host of The Brian Bailey Show, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Select Bank and Trust. Banking is banking until the service is not the same. Wouldn't you like to deal with a bank that is responsive to your needs, can make local decisions, and cares about you, the customer? Try Select Bank and Trust. Bank local. Bank select. SelectBank.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. PRL this afternoon is brought to you by Bud Light. It reminds Pirate fans to always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
Alrighty, back with you inside Pirate Radio Live on a Wednesday. Clip Rock here. Coming up after this interview with Seymour, we are going to open up the Pirate Radio treasure chest for the first time today. Right now, you got East Carolina on top of VCU 14-13 in women's basketball going on at Minges. We'll keep you up to date on that as well. Right now, we go out to the Fixed NC Live line. On the Pirates IMG Sports Network, he is Seymour. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing great, Clip. Always fun to talk with you.
Always fun to talk about winning, right, Si?
Well, that's exactly right. I mean, it's been a great week, and the Pirates keep playing well, and Redskins keep playing well, or the Washington football team keeps playing well. It's just been a good time.
Yes, it has. That was a Monday to remember, and we'll start with Pirate Hoops. I was thinking about this. ECU, and basketball in general is a game of runs. ECU, over the years, how many times have they got down by double digits, came back and made it a game, won the game, or lost in the end? But, Si, I was thinking about it the other day, up 14 at halftime. ECU has not been in this position a lot. I mean, they don't have a lot of double-digit leads and try to hold on to those leads. So, A, you knew Wilmington would make a run, but B, this team's not really used to playing with a lead like that.
Yeah, I think you said the right words. Wilmington's a quality basketball program, got a good history, and to be up by 14 at the half against a good, and truthfully, I'll be honest with you, as a radio guy who's been with us for a long time here, it was not comfortable, even though ECU had hit everything.
Yeah.
And so you're sitting there saying, now they're going to make a run, can we withstand it? And give credit, Joe Dooley's ball club did it, and that's a credit to Joe.
Up 14 to down 10, and then you win by 10. I mean, that was a wild one in Minges. When ECU's down 10 with about 7 minutes to go, Si, you're looking up saying, man, this one got away. But some clutch shooting at the end. J.J. Miles was fantastic. How about Batuma Baruti, Si, stepping up in that game?
Well, it was unbelievable. I mean, and clutch shots. I mean, big-time bucket. Baruti just did the job he needed to do, and man, you hit those shots like that with the pressure on. I mean, it was just unbelievable because it had to come to some. Because I'll have to tell you, I thought Wilmington did a great job defending Jaden Gardner. Jaden is he's just a cut above. He's really tough, but it was very tough for him to get the basketball. I'm just telling you, they just did not let you touch it.
If they go out
and you had to have a jumper, you had to have somebody else.
And if they keep doing that side, hitting those outside shots, what's that going to mean for Jaden moving forward? A lot less attention on him, right?
You better believe it. It means you have to play it straight. And if you have to play it straight, single man-to-man on Jaden Gardner, you got problems because he is that hard to guard. I'm just telling you, he is really difficult. And but he won in a different way, Clip. I mean, he took the 15-foot jump shot on the wing, and it was highly contested, and he knocked them down in the overtime. They were tough shots that he made. So give him credit for playing his usual role of helping ECU get through it. But a lot of guys showed up, and that's what really makes a good ball club. And Joe had to, he's trying to figure it out. He and his coaches, I'm watching them over there, and they were trying to find the right combo in that game, and they did a great job finding.
Cy, as a former coach, I know you love, we talked about this with Antoine Jackson a moment ago, the bench up, chanting defense and staying in the game. There's no crowd there. That would have been a fantastic game to have a packed Minges Coliseum. But how about the guys on the bench staying in it, motivating the guys on the court? I know you got to love that as a former coach.
Oh, you do. I mean, you just say, look at these guys. I mean, look at everybody staying with it, doing what matters. And I think that's been an emphasis. I really believe Joe Dooley and his staff have said, look, there's going to be no one in these places. You have to be the crowd, too. And they have bought in to what Joe Dooley's doing. And so when you see that, that's just a tremendous effort by the coaching staff to get this done. I mean, because they stay up. These kids stay up. That's a credit to – that's a building thing for your program. That's what that is. Give them credit, and you're right. And Jeff and I said, can you imagine how loud it would have been in there when ECU made that run?
Yeah, I mean, the first half 3-point barrage would have been going crazy, and then at the end of the game, going crazy as well. Cy Seymour joining us on the Fixed NC Live line. Cy, I remember listening to you Saturday, and boy, J.J. Miles was struggling. Tristan Newton, who you started to count on every game, struggling a little bit. Other guys pick up the slack. JJ in particular comes out Monday. He's lights out, 6 of 7 from deep. So game to game, you're getting different guys that are stepping up, and I think that's going to be a trend the rest of the way this year. If one guy isn't hitting, Joe Dooley will find the guy to put in that can hit the shot.
And he has confidence in all of them. He didn't hesitate to pull the trigger, get you out, and then put somebody in. And you know what else on that clip? It's very difficult to do a scouting report against East Carolina because you'll say, okay, Coach, can I get off this guy that comes in? Is he a shooter? Well, yeah, he hit 5 threes. It's one of those things where who do I guard? How good is this guy? And you can never tell where it's coming from with East Carolina, but it's coming. And so that is a really good problem to have. I think the things that I like too, other than that, clip, the defensive effort. Brandon Suggs did a tremendous job. Tyree Jackson these were exceptional plays that these kids made and did a good job. And young kid Farrakhan is really going to be a treat. He's fun to watch. He's solid. He's tough. He can make jumpers and he's quick, real quick. I haven't seen anybody that can really blow by him. So that's a good sign also.
Cy, let me ask you, and I mentioned Baruti a moment ago, hit a big three and hit a number of big shots the other day, but I know you were high on him coming into the program. Stephen Igo, who covers recruiting, the same, and even people within the program told me a couple years ago, this Baruti guy, he's the real deal. What's the change from last year to this year? Is it all confidence with Batumba, the way we've seen him come out to start this 2020 season?
Yeah, it is. It's getting used to somebody and getting used to a program, and your coaches remaining confident in you, and that's where you got to give a lot of credit because coaches can give up on you, and there's no way that you're looking at Batumba and saying, get in the lineup come on now, Baruti, do what you do, and he's done it, and you got to give him credit. And when you have a guy that's playing the 4-5 that can step out and knock down threes and not scared to shoot it, see, that's another thing. You extend that defense out on him with a 5. Nobody's inside to help double team Garner.
Yeah.
See, if Garner's at the 4. Now you bring 4 out and 1 in, and now he's in there by himself. He can really do damage. So give credit to the coaching staff for staying with that. Nice job by the coaching staff and by the players. My goodness, they're playing well.
It's funny, Si. On Monday before the game, Ronnie Woodward from the Daily Reflector was here with me, and I said, who, in your opinion, is the second most important player on the team? And it's almost impossible to answer behind Jaden Gardner, but at that time, he said Luigi DeBeau because of his size and what he could do, and he can defend. And then in that game Monday, ECU has to go small. They put Baruti at the 5, but in other games, especially when you get into league play with these taller teams, DeBeau is going to be maybe the second most important guy on the team. So that answer could change game to game as well.
Oh, I think it does. I think any night it can be any kid. Listen, I'm telling you, Brandon Suggs played a great basketball game. He had the toughest assignment all night long. That's hard to do. I'm just telling you. And he did everything he could possibly do. But you all, like you're saying, it could. You know, down the stretch, if he gets fouled, he's going to make the free throws.
Yeah.
You know, you just know that. I mean, and I'm sorry, Kristen did.
Yeah.
Fremont is quick. He can beat you and break you down off the dribble. He had a couple of big threes. But Tristan's a guy that at the end of the game, he can go in and get fouled and knock down free throws. So it's so important. But I tell you, Antoine's throwing another wheel in there too. He is when he comes in. I feel confident when he comes in, and that's a former coach talk. When I watch him come in the game, I say this kid's going to be good, and I enjoy watching him play. Now, let me tell you, I looked at this whole team, and I said the other night, every kid contributed.
Yeah,
Coleman played well. James played well. Every kid that Joe Dooley had on that ball club played well. No complaints at all. But the key is you've got some real good kids that can step up and take it to a different level.
So one thing you loved about Newton as a freshman, and you talked about it a lot, and so did Jeff Charles, just how cool he was. And the moment never seemed too big for him, never seemed like he was nervous out on the court. Do you notice the same with the freshman guard Farrakhan this year, as we saw with Newton last year, at least from that respect?
Yes. You see, that's a good point. Both of those kids they can play in big game situation and not worry about it. It's amazing to watch them play, and so that's a really good point that both of these kids can step up and not be afraid of the moment, and Gardner really doesn't care.
Right.
He's going to make that shot. Now I'm just telling you, he's tough. And now if you get 3 guys that can do that, and you're in the other huddle trying to figure out who to guard, it's really difficult.
Talking to Si Seymour on the Fixed NC Live line. Next up for the Pirates, coming up 5 o'clock, Minges Coliseum on Thursday. It'll be North Florida. Si, one thing looking at them, and Antoine Jackson said they love to shoot the 3. They're going to be hoisting it up coming up on Thursday. Another thing, Si, they're battle tested. I mean, they played Florida State, Miami, NC State, so they're not going to come in here nervous, that's for sure. And Pirates going to have to be on their A game if they want to go to 5-0.
No doubt about it. They're coming in, and I can tell you what, if you've seen Wilmington or you've seen NC State, who like to throw and run it up, run and shoot it, they're going to do it. They're not going to worry about it. It's East Carolina, Florida State. They don't worry about it. They just come play their game, and they give a great effort. I think one of the things that they're going to be lacking, their point guard got hurt against Florida State, so we may not see him. But it's a team that they're not going to back down. They're going to come after you, play hard, shoot the 3 ball. They make 14 threes a game. So they're going to shoot the 3 ball. I think it's 12. It's high.
Yeah. And Si, Coach Jackson, I asked him, Wednesday you got a scheduled game against SMU. Any chance we see you this weekend playing a basketball game? He said no, and then he quickly said, well, that could change in the next minute or two. So he said, don't hold him to that answer. What about you, Si? Any plans for a basketball game this weekend, perhaps?
I'm right with you, and I'm on it, and I have texted and found. Right now, no.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
But that could change.
I will tell you, It could change. You never know. Heck, we don't know if North Florida it's that crazy, but right now it could not work out because you got a conference game, and so you got to fly to SMU.
Yeah.
So now you think about it. If you play Old Dominion on Saturday, then you come back and work out. That would have been fine, but I don't think they could fit it up. And Old Dominion wanted to play on Sunday, so it doesn't work out. I mean, it just doesn't work out in the scheduling process. But it could all change. What happens if SMU goes up protocol? You might just pick another game up anyway. So
sure.
That's how crazy it all is.
Yeah, and shame on me. I was thinking things might be a little more settled once you get into to conference play. But you're right, Si. If your conference foe opponent has issues, then you could see a scenario where maybe you could play more non-conference games with regional teams just to get a game in. You think that could be a yeah.
It's a really, really difficult. Or you don't play anybody, you get to the Final Four in the football championships like Ohio State. I don't know how you're going to figure that. Right now, we're undefeated. Maybe we're in the Final Four. You never know.
Should we sit the rest of the year and just wait till Selection Sunday? Maybe our name will be called.
Yeah, I think so.
That's great. Si, right now you got Houston 7th in the nation at 4-0. SMU starting to look like the real deal too. They're going to be tough on Wednesday. Your Memphis Tigers, Si, 4-2. They won their first game. Si's texted me, "Hey, Clip, I told you," and then they lost 2 in a row. I didn't hear from you, Si. What happened?
Oh, but exactly. I was too busy keeping up with my Washington football team. I don't have time to deal with you. I mean, I got things to do.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Fair enough.
But the truth is, seriously, I watched Memphis in their first game. And they're beatable. The good freshman looks like a freshman.
And also, they could beat any team on any night, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're right on it.
Yeah.
They can either beat you like a drum or they can lay down.
Yeah.
So I but I did watch Houston when they beat Texas Tech, and they were just a beautiful ball club.
Yeah.
He's really got it going in Houston. They're relentless. They play hard. You lose Hinton, who's a great player, who went pro instead of staying. The kid from Asheville didn't play a lot in the first game that I saw against Texas Tech, and they still won. Beat a really good Texas Tech team who is so well coached. That was a tournament-like game in November. That was just fun to watch. Texas Tech versus Houston, and Houston won it. A great win for the Cougars.
Si, one head scratcher, and I think a lot like Memphis. Memphis is going to be. I'd rather play Memphis the first month of the season instead of at the end of the year. They're going to be a lot different. But Wichita State's a head scratcher to me this year, and probably to everybody's side with all the players that left, the Greg Marshall deal with him out. They're just 1-1 at this point. They do have a game coming up this weekend with Oklahoma State. Maybe we'll learn a little bit more about them. But what do you think about Wichita State this year? It feels like if you're going to get them, this might be a good year to get them, right?
Yeah, this is a time to get a program that's not sure of itself, not sure where they're headed, what they want to do, and you have 6-7 kids leave the program. Head coach is gone, but the assistant's doing a good job. He's going to try to rally his troops, but it's hard to do. But I think the league itself, there are a lot of teams that are going to play well that you may. South Florida's back. I mean, look, Yetna's back. They're going to play well.
Yeah.
Central Florida is going to be decent. It's going to be a good league, but there are games that you can win that you felt like were in that upper tier that you can whip if you play well that night.
So I remember a couple years ago, Jaden Gardner kind of cruising to the Freshman of the Year award in the AAC, and then Yetna comes in for South Florida and puts up, 28 in Minji's? He's the real deal. I had to miss last year due to injury, but I'm looking forward to seeing him play against teams not named ECU this year. I'll say that.
Me too, because he is the real deal.
Yeah.
Good play, and they're well coached. I mean, this league has tremendous coaches, because they realize it's a good league. That's why these guys are in this league. I really think this league doesn't get the credit it deserves. It is a great league of head coach. Jankovic is a great coach. Joe Dooley's a great, and I'm not talking about middle of the road coaches. I'm talking about really good coaches.
Yeah.
So every night out, you better bring it.
Better bring it. Si, before we let you go, let's. I got to tell you, I was down in the dumps Sunday night when Colt McCoy and Alfred Morris and even Graham Gano, all these former Redskins players were winning for the Giants in Seattle. I thought the season was over for Washington. They come out, get down 14-0 to the Steelers, come back, win the game, and man, 4 weeks left to go in the season, and we're right there in it, Si. And that was a sweet win on Monday, wasn't it?
Yeah, that front four of that defense are really special. And they come after you, and I'm riding home, and my son Todd calls and he said, "Dad, you might get a double whammy here. Pirates played well, and it looks like the Redskins." I said, "You got to be kidding!" And so he literally kept me in the game until I got home.
Oh wow!
And I said, "My gosh, that's an unbelievable win for the Redskins or the Washington football team." I just wish the rest of the league wouldn't carry us down to the NFC East. The bottom part of the league is just embarrassing.
Well, the Cowboys and Eagles are killing our strength of schedule.
Yeah, they're killing us. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I wish the Cowboys could have something going for them. But,
right.
They get doubled up last night. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, it's tough times in Jerry World right now, and it's a shame we associate with so many of those Cowboys fans too on a daily basis.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's tough. Hey, another thing to look at, Cliff, and I just started following this, and this is on basketball, with no fans in the game.
Yeah.
Seriously, now I'm serious about this. So I said, let me look at Duke. Duke has shot 18 less free throws at home this year in all their losses, in their games. 18 less free throws than the visiting team.
So what are you saying? What does that mean?
I'm saying that home crowd makes a big difference.
Puts a little pressure on the Zebras there to make a call?
You better believe it, buddy. It makes a big difference.
Interesting.
18 differential. And they've been at home every game. So that tells you something. Let's watch how this all plays out.
Yeah, that's an interesting stat there, Si. And you had, Boeheim? Well, you had all the ACC teams losing to the Big Ten teams, but Boeheim, Kay, and Roy Williams all losing on the same night last night. That don't happen a lot.
We were saying, where do we rank in the state right now?
Hey, we've beaten two of the teams, right? Well, three.
Right, and the other ones, they're getting beat.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, we got to keep on winning. Hopefully, that'll continue coming up Thursday, 5 o'clock. Seymour will be on the call with the voice, Jeff Charles, on the Pirates IMG Sports Network. Enjoy listening to you and enjoy talking with you as well, man. We appreciate it, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Always good to talk to you and Shirley, and we will be talking to you during the year, and I want you all to make sure that I get on every now and then. It just makes me feel better.
We ain't never going to forget about you, Si. As long as you answer the phone, you're going to be on. We're going to be calling you. That's for sure.
Have a good one, guys.
There he is, Si Seymour. He's the man. And interesting Duke stat there with the free throws, and you don't have those crazies on your back if you're an official begging you to make that call, and some interesting stuff there. Good stuff with Si Seymour. Good stuff right now going on in Minges Coliseum. The ECU women's basketball team with a lead at halftime over VCU ended the half on a 9-0 run. So Pirates looking good right now. Then Minges would keep you up to date with that. We also, Shirley Rhodes, need to make somebody a winner right now. 317-1250. What caller are we looking for today?
I am going to go with caller number 17.
17. Dwayne Harris. 17. 317-1250. If you are caller 17, you will be a winner in the 2020 Pirate Radio Treasure Chest. We will run down all the prizes. We'll find out who our winner is and find out what they have won when we return on Pirate Radio Live after this.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by GolfKnickers.com, the world's leader in traditional golf apparel. Hosts Mark Greenhelge and Nat Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
At Tiebreakers, we admit we have a bit of a problem. People love our wings so much that they're starting to sell their home TVs just so they can watch all the sporting events here at Tiebreakers. Seriously, we're glad you love our hand-breaded and hand-cut boneless wings that much, but we really need you to go home at the end of the night. It's okay, we'll be here tomorrow. And when you come back, bring a friend with you. For great food, great friends, and cold beer, we'll see you at Tiebreakers. Tiebreakers, break the chain, eat local.
Do you think you might have been exposed to COVID-19? Maybe you're planning to visit parents, family, or friends. ArcPoint Labs of Greenville offers same-day COVID-19 results. No referral needed. Same-day results available. ArcPoint Labs of Greenville offers easy solutions to COVID-19 testing. ArcPoint Labs of Greenville is located across from Vidant Hospital on Executive Circle behind Southern Bank. Call for an appointment or walk in. ArcPoint Labs of Greenville, 215-5688 or arcpointlabs.com.
Hidden phone trade-ins, hidden plan requirements, hidden catches. You won't find any of those at US Cellular because we do things differently. And that means you can get the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE or Google Pixel 5 for free with no hidden requirements all season long. US Cellular. Upgrade to fair. Terms and conditions apply. See store uscellular.com for details.
Does the idea of going to your local U.S. Cellular store make you feel a bit uncomfortable? Tired of the hassle of waiting and wearing a mask? Let Toby Williams and his outside sales team take away that worry. They will come right to your home or office and drop your phone off on the porch or at the front desk for you. Saving you time and worry is what the team at Cellular Warehouse is all about. Call Toby today at 252-799-7051 and let them help you with all of your wireless needs. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
This is Stephen Igo, publisher of HoistTheColors.net. Recruiting is the lifeblood of any college sports program, and no one devotes more coverage to the future of ECU athletics than Hoist the Colors. Want to know who's going to be the next Holton Ahlers or Jaden Gardner? We've got all the inside scoop on the Pirates' most talented recruits and top targets 24/7. Sign up now and get your first month of coverage for a single $1. HoistTheColors.net, the most reliable reporting on ECU athletics.
North Carolina state parks are now open for visitors. Parks should be used for exercise, fresh air, getting out in nature, or a day trip as the state safely reopens. Visitors should enjoy themselves, but please remember the 3 W's. Wear face coverings, wait 6 feet apart, and wash your hands often. Focus on moving through the park, keep social distancing in mind, and avoid large groups. While most facilities and activities will be open, please contact any state park before your visit with questions or visit ncparks.gov/open.
Turkey, ham, bacon, these and other meats are great around the holidays and every other day, but they all leave behind grease when you cook them, and grease is a real pain in the drain. When you pour grease down a drain, it cools and can clog sewer lines. That can lead to sewer spills, which are messy, bad for the environment, and can also be expensive. Never pour grease down the drain. Instead, collect it in a container like a used soup can or jar. Let it cool and throw it away in the trash. Together, we can protect our sewer system and the environment. For more information, go to GUC.com.
This is Brian Packard, ECU former baseballer. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Select Bank and Trust. Banking is banking until the service is not the same. Wouldn't you like to deal with a bank that is responsive to your needs, can make local decisions, and cares about you, the customer? Try Select Bank and Trust. Bank local. Bank select. SelectBank.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Villa Verde on 10th Street and Villa Verde Dos by the hospital are open for you, serving unique and healthy dishes from the Dominican Republic. Order online at myvillaverde.com or the Villa Verde app. Order a family meal that feeds 6 to 7 people, and they'll have it ready for curbside pickup today. Whether it's dine-in or take-out, Villa Verde is a platform for good. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
All right, wrapping up hour number 2 of today's show. Coming up in the third hour, we will have the voice Jeff Charles joining us. We talked a lot of ECU basketball today. Might as well while they're 4-0, right? We'll talk more Pirate hoops. We'll talk a little Pirate football, look around what's going on. Jeff, stays in Big Ten country for part of the year, so I'm sure you'll have some thoughts on the Ohio State news. They will be allowed to play in the Big Ten Championship against Northwestern coming up next Saturday. That is official, by the way, as we've seen in the last 30 minutes or so. Also, Bryce Williams, former ECU tight end, going to join us as well, and we'll open up the treasure chest. We just opened it up, and we have a winner on the Fixed NC Live line, and our winner is Matt Hager. Matt, how you doing, sir?
Good, Clip.
Matt has been on Pirate Radio before on the Friday Football Fan Preview. He's our Broncos fan, so I guess not much to talk about on that department this year, Matt.
No.
Yeah, well, we'll skip that, and we'll make you a winner instead. For folks that don't know you, Matt, other than awful fantasy football trades, what else do you do in your life?
I'm an environmental health specialist, Clip.
All right.
That's Pirate fan.
Yes,
Big
sir.
Pirate fan.
Absolutely. Well, Matt, I tell you what, let's run down the prizes, Shirley Rhodes, real quick. You ready to go?
I am ready to go.
All right, I'll start. Bud Light ECU Cooler and 2 cases of Bud Light is available, Matt.
12 large pieces from Domino's of Greenville.
1 year free VIP subscription to Hoist the Colors.
Tailgate party for 10 from Parker's Barbecue.
$100 gift card from Familia.
$50 gift card to Pirates Cove Car Wash and $50 gift card to Haviland Express Lube.
$100 gift card from Chico's.
Gift basket from Naughty Light.
$100 gift card to Warrior Zone.
$100 gift card to Greenville Pool.
$100 gift card to AJ McMurphy's.
$100 gift card to the Team Store from the Down East Wood Ducks.
$100 gift card from the Shine Factory.
$250 gift card to Bostic Sugg Furniture.
$100 gift card to Jersey Mike's.
$100 gift card to Atavola.
$100 gift card to Bowen Cleaners. All right, Matt, those are the prizes. Anything in particular you're looking for today?
They all sound great.
They all sound great. Shirley, let's open it up. Let's find out the number. That number will correlate to a prize on the sheet I am holding here.
And your number is... My stinking hand.
This is the best part, the anticipation
My hand got stuck in there.
of the number. Shirley's got it.
Number 3.
Oh, number 3, Matt. How about this? You'll be ready to tailgate in 2021. A Bud Light ECU cooler and 2 cases of Bud Light, courtesy of Bud Light.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
You can never have too many coolers, and this is an awesome cooler. So,
Nope.
This is a good Christmas gift for you, Matt. Matt, good to hear from you, man. Congratulations. And Ellerby will give you a call and find out how you can redeem your prize.
Sounds good. Go Pirates.
All right, thanks for listening, man. There's Matt Hager with the win today. And Shirley, there goes our Bud Light cornhole board, our Bud Light beer pong tailgating table, and now the Bud Light ECU cooler.
In other words, all the toys we played with.
That's right. All the cool stuff we were playing with. It's hard to play with a gift card, you know.
Yeah.
If we can't take it and go to the restaurant.
Yeah, I mean.
So this stuff we could physically, use and play with. So
yeah.
All our toys are gone. Pirate Owl won the cornhole board set. And Bud Light, Red Beer took home the beer pong tailgating table in Bud Light. And Matt Hager just won the Bud Light ECU cooler and 2 cases of Bud Light. All right, we'll open it back up in hour number 3 of today's show. Let's take a timeout, come back. Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live is on the way after this.
Banking is banking until service is not the same. This is Eric Clark from Select Bank and Trust, and this year has been unusual, but we have continued to focus on what has always been important to us, our customers. When businesses needed access to the Paycheck Protection Program, our team of local bankers worked around the clock to successfully keep our customers open and their employees working. Wouldn't you like to deal with a bank that is responsive to your needs, can make local decisions, and cares about you, the customer? We are Select Bank and Trust. Bank local, bank select.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Cliff Godwin. Baseball is back at Clark LeClaire Stadium. We will be hosting several youth camps over the next couple months. All camps will be at Clark LeClaire Stadium, and all camps are open to participants between the ages of 7 and 13. Make sure to check out our camp website at cliffgodwinbaseballcamp.com for all camp details and registration information. And of course, go Pirates!
With rates being historically low, now is the best time to buy or refinance your home. This is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. Now is the time to take advantage of the opportunity to buy more home or refinance your current mortgage. The combination of our local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for most financial situations. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250 and 685-842. Equal housing lender.
The holiday season is upon us, and have you been naughty or nice this season? Well, it doesn't matter at the Naughty Life, because no matter who you are, you can find the perfect gift for anyone. This holiday season, stroll the new and improved streets of downtown Washington. Be sure to visit the Naughty Life for the latest Yeti products, signs, clothing, home decor, and many other unique gift items. Plus, their gift wrapping is fantastic, and my favorite, it's free. The Naughty Life on Main Street in downtown Washington.
Hey, this is Jay from Villa Verde. Did you know that Villa Verde opened up its second location? Yes, it's Villa Verde Dos on Arlington Boulevard across the hospital. This new location is a fast, casual environment where you can make your own bowls for only $9.95. Choose from our fresh ingredients from our toppings bars or enjoy an amazing rotisserie chicken. We promise you can be in and out in less than 15 minutes. For a quick, healthy meal at an affordable price, visit us at Villa Verde Dos on Arlington Boulevard. Villa Verde, a platform for good.
Bostic Sugg Furniture is overstacked and overstocked. Overflowing inventory means clear out prices. Hurry in and take advantage of the biggest and best deals throughout our showroom. Save up to 20% off the best furniture brands: Lazy Boy, Bassett, Kincaid, Rowe, and Restonic mattresses. Plus, just for this sale, 12 months special financing or choose 48 months special financing. There's savings on top of savings. We're overstacked and overstocked, and that means big savings for you at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now, during hurricane season, is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bells Fork, or greenvilleautoworld.net.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Keep your vehicle clean with the Pirates Cove Car Wash Fast Pass. The Fast Pass allows you to have unlimited car washes every month at every location. Pirates Cove Car Wash has locations in Greenville on 10th Street, Fire Tower Road, and Memorial Drive. Pirates Cove Car Wash, the ultimate car wash experience and the official car wash of ECU Athletics. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Barak.
All right, welcome back. Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Just made Matt Hager our latest winner out of the Pirate Radio Treasure Chest. We'll have another one coming up later on this hour. And we'll have former ECU tight end Bryce Williams tell you what you have won, because he joins me here in the Pirate Radio studios. What's up, Bryce?
How you doing, Clip?
I am doing well. You're looking nice and warm today.
Yeah, I was warm today. I had to do a little bit of yard cleanup at the house.
Okay.
And well, one of the houses. So I was pretty active. So I was sweating.
All right, you can chill for the next hour.
Yes,
and talk to us.
I'm comfortable now.
We do have some ECU football news to talk about with you. And yesterday on the show, we talked to the latest former Pirate, that being Blake Prohl, who decided he was going to leave and enter the NFL draft. Also, some news came out today. We hadn't really talked about it, but we kind of knew already. Chase Hayden officially in the transfer portal who played in, one game for the Pirates, maybe two, and then opted out and did not play the rest of the year, and he will be transferring from ECU. So we got some football news and notes to get to. We will talk to the voice, Jeff Charles, about the red-hot Pirate basketball team who will try to get to 5-0 tomorrow when they take on North Florida. We got a treasure chest winner. We got Pirate Radio Outdoors. We got a lot to do. Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. We'll be back with all of that after this.
Emporium presents A Very Beer Christmas.
'Tis the season to be drinking, fa la 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 la. Jingle beers, jingle all the way. Rocking around the Christmas beer, have a happy holiday.
Give the gift of beer this holiday season. Emporium is offering a special 12 Beers of Christmas box, perfect for any craft beer lover on your list. And the Emporium gift card is always a winner. Christmas cheer awaits you today at Emporium on Dickinson Avenue and on Facebook and Instagram.
UBE and PirateWare.com have everything to fill Santa's sleigh this Christmas. Officially licensed ECU gifts and apparel, polos, outerwear, and sweats from Champion, Columbia, and Cutter & Buck. Visit the Crow's Nest for the largest selection of ECU children's apparel in the world. Be sure to follow UBE PirateWare.com on all social media platforms to stay informed on sales, events, and giveaways. UBE and PirateWare.com, making your Christmas jolly and bright for over 50 years.
Ahoy, mateys! To keep those cars clean, you need the Pirates Cove Fast Pass.
The new Pirates Cove Car Wash and Haviland Express Lube on Glen Burnie Road in New Bern is now open. Pirates Cove in New Bern is offering Fast Passes for $9.99 for new Fast Pass customers. You can visit us in Greenville on Fire Tower Road, Memorial Drive, and on East 10th Street. And have you heard? Pirates Cove on Fire Tower Road is now offering interior cleaning.
So we have you surrounded. Pirates Cove, the official car wash partner of ECU Athletics.
Sorry, buddy, we're closed. Ho, ho, ho! Holy ornaments, it's Santa!
Son of a nutcracker, it's Saint Nick.
Chris Kringle, what it do?
Are you guys closed?
Yeah, dude, but you are Santa.
Right now, I just want to grab some brews. Rudolph loves ciders, but Donner and Blitzen are huge IPA guys. Prancer's down with stouts and porters, and Common just likes a good lager.
Santa, we got all that.
Nice, load it up. We gotta roll.
Dude, Santa, it's Christmas Eve. You're not gonna have a beer with us?
Man, I gotta drive.
Santa, the reindeer drive the sleigh.
And I drive the reindeer. Jack Brown's, 805 Dickinson Avenue, Greenville.
If you are push mowing your yard using an inefficient lawn tractor, or your current zero-turn spends more time in the shop than mowing your grass, it's time you look at a Hustler zero-turn lawnmower. Residential mowers from Hustler are built like tanks and drive like sports cars. All Hustler mowers have fabricated, welded steel decks. Don't settle on cheap units with flimsy stamped decks from big box stores. Come see Ron Ayers Motorsports. It will guide you to the right mower for your property and your budget. Find us at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Get your sports weekend started at Familia. Every Thursday, Familia has $2 drafts all day. Stop by with your friends and family for some New York-style pizza and have an ice-cold $2 draft. Sunday brunch is the best for food and family. Come and enjoy favorites like shrimp and grits, made-to-order omelets, French toast, and drink specials like $3 mimosas, beer mimosas, or $5 Bloody Marys. Familia, Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College, and FamiliaNC.com.
Your CBD store in Greenville has the highest quality CBD products in the country. Your CBD store is the first and only brand that carries USDA certified organic products such as gummies, honey sticks, and high absorption water-soluble liquids, which are all made in the United States. They even offer products for your pet. The educated staff will help you answer any questions, and you can stop in anytime to get a free sample. Your CBD store, locally owned and operated, open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6, right beside Duck Donuts in Greenville.
Hi, this is Morgan Ehlers, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Live well, move more, and hurt less with Kinetic Physical Therapy. If you're recovering from an injury, getting back into sports, dealing with everyday pain or fatigue, then Kinetic Physical Therapy can help you get back on track and live well. Kinetic has national certified therapists for physical, occupational, speech, and massage therapy, all in a state-of-the-art facility on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. Visit kineticptgreenville.com for more information. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
Alrighty, Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Got the treasure chest opening up in just a little bit. Shirley, what's the one thing you said ECU can't do today and get off to slow starts out of the gate? And you included the second half to that, and unfortunately that's what ECU has done. Right now, VCU has a 5-point lead over East Carolina women's hoops going on at Minges Coliseum right now. 41-36 the score. 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. We'll keep you up to date with that. Bryce Williams and I just had a great chat during the break. We'll have to bring that to the air when we're talking about all the consequences of COVID in college football and what it's going to look like not only on college teams but these high school kids who have not been seen in over a year by college coaches. Think about the state of North Carolina. Public schools have not played in over a year. Now, they are scheduled to play at the start of 2021, but the early signing period, like signing day, is next Wednesday. We're a week from it. So it's a great. We'll talk about that with Bryce coming up later on, and talk a little football and hoops now with the voice Jeff Charles, who joins us on the Fixed NC Live line. Jeff, how you doing today?
Cliff, I'm doing great. Hope you, Bryce, and Shirley are as well.
Thank you, Jeff. We are. We're doing fantastic, Jeff. And the Pirates are doing fantastic. We spent a whole hour on ECU hoops a moment ago, Jeff. We might as well keep that going for a little bit here as the Pirates are 4-0, trying to get to 5-0. Thursday when they take on North Florida. Jeff Charles will be on the call. We just talked to Seymour. We talked to assistant coach Antoine Jackson. And Jeff, we'll get your thoughts on this 4-0 basketball team. That was a wild one on Monday, from up 14 to down 10. Then you win the game by 10 in overtime. How was that roller coaster for you there on Monday?
Well, that's what it was, Clip. It was a wild and crazy game for sure, and the Pirates showed a lot of courage, I thought, to come back and win the game. It didn't look good, 7:26 to go, and they were down 10 points, and all the momentum was going toward the Seahawks. And then J.J. Miles got hot, and Baruti, who's really shooting the three ball a lot better this year, he made some big threes in overtime. And then in crunch time, your star has to play well, and that's what Jaden Gardner did. He made some big shots, got some big offensive boards and stickbacks, and the Pirates were able to win the game over a talented UNC Wilmington team. This kid, Jalen Sims, who plays at Wilmington from Charlotte, is really a good player, and he came in averaging 27 a game. He had 28 points against the Pirates, so he came as advertised, but ECU was able to overcome that. And then how about the performance by J.J. Miles? We've been waiting, really, Clip, for 2 years to have a game like that from J.J., and he was 6 of 7 from 3, and he scored 22 points. I mean, he's shown flashes at times that he could do that, but he really hasn't been consistent. Now, let's hope he gets a little more consistent. You can't expect him to go out and make 6 out of 7 every time out, but he really had a good game, and I think that'll boost his confidence. And this is a team playing with a lot of confidence right now, but they can't take UNF tomorrow for granted. UNF is a team that shoots a lot of threes, and they are very capable, so the Pirates, again, will have to bring their A game tomorrow night.
Jeff, Minges would have been rocking if fans were there on Monday, and Pirates are doing the best they can to provide some energy and some atmosphere. And I love when the guys are on the bench standing up doing a defense chant and getting the guys on the court hype. It's awesome to see. And I don't know if it helps or not, Jeff, but it's great to see all the guys on the team into the game, even when they're not in the game.
It really is, Cliff, and it's been kind of impromptu because Joe Dooley told me last night he didn't know that they were going to do that. And then all of a sudden they're up chanting defense. He said, I thought it was at a high school game or a junior college game. Yeah. But I really applaud the way the guys are supporting each other. And selfishly, it's good for us because it gives us a little crowd noise for our basketball broadcast on the radio. So that's a good thing, too. But, yeah, this is a team that's really together right now, Cliff. And going back and researching the last number of years, this is the best start the Pirates have had since the 2002
2003 season. They started that year 7-0 under Bill Harrion. Jumped off, if you may remember, they were 10-2 at one point. Now, when you're 10-2, you would think you're going to go on and have a really good season. Well, after that, the Pirates went 2-13 and had another losing season. And, of course, they were playing in Conference USA then and playing the Louisvilles and the Cincinnatis and the Memphises of the world. So it was very tough sledding those days for Coach Harrion. But this is a team that if they can keep winning, they're going to threaten that 7-0 start that the Pirates had 18 years ago.
Got North Florida coming up on Thursday at home, and then they'll begin league play unless, Jeff, there's another pop-up game this Saturday. And as Antoine Jackson said, I asked him, say, Coach, you got any plans? Maybe a weekend game? He said no, but he said don't hold me to that. Well, you never know for sure in 2020. Who knows? There could be another game this weekend. So, Jeff, keep your calendar clear, I guess.
Yeah, I don't really expect that to happen, Clip, and I'll tell you why. If the Pirates would schedule a game on Saturday or Sunday, that would be 6 games in 15 days.
Yeah.
And I really don't think Joe Dooley wants to do that. And so I don't expect that to happen. But like you say, it's a very fluid situation. They see where North Carolina State now has paused basketball activities because of COVID cases, and I was looking at the schedule for tonight. There are 12 games tonight, either postponed or canceled. So that's the world we're living in these days.
Yeah. Talking to Jeff Charles on the Fixed NC Live Line. Got Bryce Williams here in the Pirate Radio studios. We had some ECU football news late last week, and was able to talk to Blake Prohl on the show yesterday. He joined us on Pirate Radio Live. His decision to leave East Carolina, go to the pros. And Bryce, we'll start with you. Just about everybody I've talked to said they were pretty surprised to hear that news. How about you when you first heard that Blake Prohl was leaving?
Yeah, definitely was surprised. And, I thought he was a senior, him announcing that, but not paying attention to like his, I guess I say his class. That's what I'm trying to think of. Then I started as a junior. I guess I was like, why in the world would you leave, early on, leave early as a junior and not finish out? Maybe I could see him going next year as a second year junior, however that works. And, just continue to get game film and, even make more plays than he did this year. And I don't know, if I was him, I would have, personally, I would have, stayed this year and maybe wrote it out to senior year. But I guess that's what he felt the right thing to do. But, yeah, I was surprised.
And if your name is Bryce Prohl, maybe you think different, too. I mean, he's got the pedigree. He's got some connections there. And,
for sure.
And so that probably had something to do with the decision. Jeff, Blake played some great football the last couple of weeks for the Pirates and was a consistent guy, has elite hands. I'll say that. He's got the best hands on the team. What did you think about his decision to move on?
Well, just like Bryce and just like everybody else, Cliff, I was really surprised, too. You have to remember his dad, of course, had the great career at Wake Forest and then 17 years in the NFL, Ricky Prohl, and he's very well connected with NFL people. And I would think that they talked with a lot of NFL folks this fall and got a lot of feedback from a lot of people and obviously felt comfortable in making the decision that Blake will maybe be a late-round pick or certainly at least get in a camp somewhere and have a chance. He's still very thin, as we all know. He's put on some weight since he's been here, but he's still very thin. He's faster than what people think he is. He's never going to be a 4.3 guy, but he can get separation, and as we saw in some games this year, he caught a 75-yard touchdown pass and ran away from people. So I think he's a little bit faster than what a lot of folks give him credit for. But, I was surprised. His brother, of course, Austin, played at North Carolina, and he's had a hard time sticking in the NFL. He's had a cup of coffee here and there and in the XFL. And I hope Blake gets into camp. He's a terrific kid, one of my favorite players to visit with the last few years. He's just a great kid. We've had his dad on our show on From the Booth, and it's a really terrific family, and we wish him the best. And, his numbers could kind of sneak up on you. He's 12th all-time in reception, so he's had a really good career at ECU, and we wish him the best moving forward.
Bryce, you know how tough it is as a late pick or a rookie free agent to get your foot in the door and then try to turn coaches' heads, make a roster. What advice, I'll ask you, what advice would you have for Bryce Williams now a few years ago trying to do that? What do these guys need to know as they head into this kind of situation?
I mean, definitely, make the most of your opportunities and, go in there with some confidence. I'm not going to lie. Obviously, it was, intimidating. You're for me, it was the Patriots. And, it's a very tense atmosphere and, great place to learn from. But, definitely, confidence, know your plays and, what your role is and, try and limit mistakes and things like that. And when, your number's called, make the play. And, obviously with Blake, say I'm sure he's getting great advice from his dad. So, that's good that he's getting that and everything. But yeah, just, confidence and, don't mess up.
Don't mess up
because they're very limited. You mess up once, and it definitely.
You don't get 3 strikes, do you? You get maybe one.
Yeah, you get like 1 strike, and you're not out, but you're not. That's not good.
Yeah, Jeff. Some other news we knew about this. Chase Hayden had opted out and makes it official. He's in the transfer portal, and the question I get, everybody gets all the time, is why? Why do these guys come from big time schools and they're really good players, and for whatever reason it just doesn't work out at East Carolina? We saw it with an Alabama transfer in Nigel Knott. We saw it with the Arkansas running back in Chase Hayden. It just seems like, Jeff, 9 out of 10 times when these high profile guys come in, it doesn't work out. This was another case of it not working out with Chase Hayden this year.
Well, you're right, Clip. I mean, he had some moments early in the season. Then he had the fumble issues, and I don't think there's a blanket reason as to why it doesn't work out. I think every guy is different, and every situation is different. Sometimes guys come into a program like ECU or anywhere, and for whatever reason, they just don't fit in, or they come in with a sense of entitlement. It was like, well, I played at Alabama, or I played at Arkansas, I've been in the SEC, and now I'm coming to East Carolina. I should be the star. I should be the guy. And then they get to that program, and they look around, and there are some guys every bit as good as they are, or maybe better, and that's kind of tough on the ego. So I don't know. Sometimes you can kind of catch lightning in a bottle, but you're right. Most of the time, when guys quote transfer down, it really doesn't work. Now you continue to again evaluate each and every person. Every player's different, and sometimes you can, like I say, you can hit on that right guy who can help your program. But a lot of times it doesn't. When you look at guys who maybe transfer up. Maybe go from an East Carolina or a Southern Miss or a program like that and then go to a Power 5 program. Oftentimes that works a little bit better. So it just depends on the individual. I would assume that Mike Houston and his coaching staff will continue to look at guys like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're very talented because they wouldn't have signed with an SEC or a Big Ten program, and you might be able to catch that guy who can really help your football team.
Bryce, as Jeff was talking, you were agreeing with what he was saying there.
Jeff, I think one thing you definitely said that was pretty accurate. They come from these, Power 5 schools, yada, 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 and they come down to East Carolina, and the whole entitlement thing, I think definitely could play a role, and they think, oh, man, I'm going to waltz right in here and earn a spot. It's like, look, us Pirates, we work hard, and we earn what we get, we're not given anything, and I just totally agree with you thinking, entitlement. So him transferring, it's a personal decision. If he brings the same attitude, look, I don't know the inside of it, but I don't know why he thinks transferring, if he has the same attitude as he does here as he will another school, where it's going to work. But I totally agree with the whole entitlement thing and just kind of walking here with your nose held high.
Well, I remember, Bryce, when you came in from Marshall, we all thought you were a head case in that one. I'm just kidding. We never. I don't think anybody ever said that about Bryce Williams. But you did make the transfer, so you can at least speak to that part of it about coming in and trying to be a part of the team.
Yeah, for sure. And my biggest thing was feeling opportunity. My whole family, mom, dad, and 2 brothers, all right, we're at ECU, and parents went to ECU, and I think ECU is definitely my better opportunity and things like that. And I mean, that was one of my best decisions, in my life, to transfer to ECU, and with the work ethic I know I have, and it just shows because. If I was staying at Marshall, I would have just been lost in the shuffle, and just the opportunity wouldn't have been there. But I was definitely glad to transfer, and I definitely didn't come in here with any entitlement, that's for sure. So it worked out, thank goodness.
No doubt, definitely worked out for you and for the Pirates, that's for sure. Jeff, some other news. Seymour had a great line earlier. He said ECU's 4-0, maybe we should just sit out the rest of the way and get into the tournament like Ohio State's going to do. Maybe we don't need to play any more games, Jeff. Ohio State will play in the Big Ten championship. It's official now. They have changed the rule that said you had to play 6 games to be eligible to play in the Big Ten championship. Well, Ohio State played 5. Their game against Michigan's canceled. They say, oh, wait a minute, Ohio State? Yeah, we'll put Ohio State in. So they're trying to do all they can to get them in the college football playoff. Not a shocker, Jeff. We kind of all saw it going this way, but what was your thoughts on Ohio State kind of making their own rules here?
Well, I've got 2 thoughts on it, Cliff. One, I do understand it to a certain degree because it's not Ohio State's fault that Michigan has 40 COVID cases and they can't play this week. So I do understand that part of it. And then I flip the coin on the other side, and it's like, why have rules if you're not going to obey by the rules? And the Big Ten put this rule out, 2 months ago. You had to play 6 games, and now they've changed the rules for Ohio State. So I see it both ways, but let's face it, Ohio State is college football royalty, and they're going to get a lot of breaks. And the Big Ten wants to get their best team in the championship game, and they want to get their best team they can in the college football playoff. So none of that really surprises me.
And I'm sure you weren't surprised either. Well, maybe you were for the team, the Iowa State jumping ahead of Cincinnati, but no shocker, too, that Cincinnati, no matter what they do the rest of the way, which they won't play this weekend, they'll be in the AAC championship next week against Tulsa, but no matter what they do, they can go out and win 100-0, and it's not going to matter as far as the playoffs go. They're going to be kept out, Jeff.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Clip. And you realize that when they play Tulsa in the championship game, Cincinnati will have gone 28 days without a football game.
Oh, wow.
That's how crazy all of this stuff is. It's like they haven't played for a month.
Yeah.
And then they're going to play that game in Cincinnati against Tulsa. So, yeah, it's a head-scratcher. I don't know what they did to deserve being dropped down a notch. And Iowa State's lost 2 games, as you know. I mean, I don't really understand that one at all. But that's the way it is, and Cincinnati can, I guess, shut up a lot of people if they can go out and dominate Tulsa, and then play in a bowl game, hopefully for them, and win it, because that's a very good Cincinnati team. And like we talked when they played the Pirates, Luke Fickell's done a great job with that program. They've become now the new UCF. UCF dominated this league, and now Cincinnati is the bell cow. They're the best team in this league now. So give them credit, but you have to feel for them. I don't understand why they dropped down a notch, but then you have to try and figure out what the voters are going to do, and that's a hard thing to do.
The voice, Jeff Charles, joining us on the Fixed NC Live Line. Jeff, enjoy talking sports with you every Wednesday here on the program, and have a great call on Thursday on the Pirates IMG Sports Network. ECU taking on North Florida. We'll see if you can paint another one purple, Jeff.
Yeah, it's great to get the paint bucket out. Hey, Cliff, I wanted to mention one thing. I don't know if you saw this today or not, but Ray Perkins passed away. The former Alabama football coach, and he was the head football coach of the New York Giants. And we had Coach Perkins, I don't know if you remember this or not, but we had him on from the booth, I guess it's probably been about 6 or 7 years ago, when he was the head coach at Jones County Junior College in Mississippi. And we had him on the show, a college football legend. I was really sad to hear the news today that Ray Perkins passed away at age 79.
I did not see that. Reading an article about it right now. So, Ray Perkins passing away today. Jeff, appreciate your time as always, voice. We'll talk to you again next Wednesday.
Okay, Cliff, you guys have a good one.
Thank you. There's the voice, Jeff Charles, joining us on the Fixed NC Live Line, and we got a little business to take care of before we go to break. And Shirley Rhodes, that includes opening up the Pirate Radio Treasure Chest for the second time today. And we are going to make somebody a winner right now. 317-1250. Shirley, what number are we looking for?
Caller number 9.
Caller 9 is fine and will be a winner. If you are caller 9 at 317-1250, 317-1250, we'll find out who our winner is. We'll give you a prize on the other side, and we'll keep you up to date on what's going on in Minges. Right now, East Carolina trailing by 6 with 9:05 left to go in the fourth quarter. All right, 317-1250, caller 9 is a winner. We're back after this.
Hi, this is Luke Kuechly. Last season, I was captain on defense. This season, since so many of us will be watching football from home, I'm football watching with Pepsi. And you know me, I pour everything I've got into it. All right, football watchers, let's do this. Opening click-offs. Here we go. Click on, click off. Click on, click off. Stretch that thumb. You can't have finger fatigue bringing you down into postseason. Nice job. And my favorite, second half sip-offs. Pepsi's up, lift, pull, open. Ice cold Pepsi and watching football. Nothing better.
It's not game day without a delicious, refreshing Pepsi, the official soft drink of the National Football League. Head to your nearest retailer, grab your Pepsi before kickoff, then sit back, relax, and cheer on your favorite team. Pepsi, made for football watching.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Warren's Hot Dogs, 2 locations are open for business in Greenville and Chocowinity. Both locations have drive-through windows, so stop by today for hot dogs, pizzas, subs, apple and peach turnovers, homemade lemonade, and breakfast in Chocowinity, featuring homemade cheese, ham, and chicken biscuits, plus sausage dogs and more. Warren's in Greenville, across from Ron Ayers Motorsports, and in Chocowinity, next to the fire department. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some.
It's the season for warmer clothes, hot apple cider, and changing leaves. But what doesn't change and what won't change is our commitment to your complete satisfaction each and every time you visit our dealership. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Complete customer satisfaction isn't just a seasonal thing, it's delivered every day. That's why we are the place to find your next truck or SUV. Come in and get you one. Phelps Chevrolet. Visit today or see us on the web.
At Parker's Barbecue, our family has been serving your family for 3 generations.
For that, we say thank you. Blessing families every Thursday. Kids eat free all day. That's the Parker's way.
Legendary food served from our 3 locations. Always quick, always delicious. That's the Parker's way.
At Parker's, our mission is to impact our customers through Christ-like service in a way that feeds them both physically and spiritually. That is the Parker's way.
This holiday season, get the perfect stocking stuffer from our friends at Sawyer's Fun Park. If you purchase a Sawyer's gift card now, they'll add bonus bucks to it. Here's how it works. Buy a $20 card, get $10 added on. Buy a $40 gift card, and you get $20 added on. If you buy a $60 gift card, you get $30 added on. Or if you buy a $100 gift card, you get $50 added to that card. It's bonus bucks. Going on now, only at Sawyer's Fun Park on Quarry Road in Winterville.
When you don't have time to go to lunch, let Jimmy John's deliver lunch to you. With Jimmy John's, we can get a freaky fresh sandwich to you freaky fast. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com. Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
Hey guys, 'tis the season to shop Shimmer Boutique. It is your one-stop shop for the whole family this holiday season. This is Ashley from Shimmer, and supporting local is important. That's why we have the widest range of local North Carolina clothing. Shimmer carries a great variety of men's, youth, women's clothing, and jewelry as well. Plus, we will always help you pick out your gifts and even gift wrap them for free. Let's make holiday shopping easy and fun with Shimmer Boutique, located on Greenville Boulevard behind Starbucks, in Winterville besides New River Pottery, and in Jacksonville.
This is assistant football coach Drew Dudzik, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Well, welcome back. Taking a look at your stock market report for today. The Dow was down 105 points at 30,068. The NASDAQ was down 243 points. It closed at 12,338, and the S&P was also behind 29 at 3,672. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
All right, thank you, Shirley. Something random here. Do you remember that day I had you have all those random cuts, those old cuts?
Yes.
Do you still have those loaded?
No, I don't, except for one.
Quate Smire.
That's the one I wanted.
Oh my!
Quate Smire.
Quate Smire. So one day, Bryce, it was like ECU wasn't playing or something. We just had a random day and just started playing random cuts. That is some guy named Jock Grom, I think his name is. Anyway, he I don't know why we have a clip of him saying Quate Smire, but during the break, Bryce was talking about how you said you were looking at the roster with some buddies one night, and you were like, where did all these guys go? And the guy you brought up was
Quate Smire.
Quate Smire. So yeah, you're just talking about how crazy it is that we were during the break. We went down the old rabbit hole again with Ben Kurt and Minshew and Nelson and Kemp and Summers and
everything.
Quate Smire.
It all comes back to Quate Smire.
Oh man,
who was supposed to be a good player for y'all, and
he was a freak athlete, but he just couldn't. It wasn't there.
It wasn't all there.
Quate Smire.
I'm so glad you brought that name up. All right, we got some business to take care of. By the way, coming up at 6:00. And I heard this being recorded, and it was a great hour of content. The Pirate Radio podcast is back tonight. Ellerby goes one-on-one with Sam Jones. Sam Jones has a book that documents his family history of serving Eastern North Carolina barbecue since 1947. Sam is a great storyteller, a fantastic speaker, and you'll really enjoy this coming up. So stick around for that at 6:00. All right, we also open up the treasure chest, and we have our winner on the line, and our winner is Jackie Hutcherson. Hello, Jackie.
Hello.
Congratulations.
I'm feeling good.
Great. Well, Jackie, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Retired from the College of Nursing. Have lived in Greenville since 1975. Currently live in Winterville.
Fantastic. All right, Jackie, and a big Pirate fan, a Pirate Radio fan. Jackie, we ran down the prizes earlier. Is there anything left in the treasure chest in particular that you're looking for?
No, I'm just grateful I got through. I think I've done this over the last couple of years, maybe once or twice, but I did not get through last year. So I'm just grateful I'm here.
Congratulations. Nice. We're happy to have you here. All right, so Bryce, you want to announce the prize?
Sure.
Okay, Shirley, you can open it up, give Bryce a number, and Bryce Williams is going to announce your prize here when Shirley dives into the pirate mug.
I hope my finger. I hope
I
don't
get a
stuck
bigger
in there.
thing now.
Yeah,
we need
my
a
hand
bucket.
really gets stuck in here.
Especially they're getting lower now. There's less paper in there.
Chest.
All right, number 15.
Okay. Oh, okay. Nice. Jackie, you have won a gift basket from Naughty Life.
All right.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Naughty Life there in Washington. Some awesome stuff coming in that gift basket. And Jackie, that'll help you out with
We go to Washington regularly. We have a daughter and son-in-law that live there. So
Excellent.
It will be very well used.
Excellent. Great. Jonathan will contact you, and we'll find out how you can redeem your prize.
Okay, great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jackie.
Jackie Hutcherson, our winner out of the Pirate Radio treasure chest. So, Shirley, that is 2 more winners today. We will open it back up coming up on Thursday. So, congratulations, Matt Hager and Jackie Hutcherson, our latest winners out of the Pirate Radio treasure chest.
I about jumped the gun on that. I about said Naughty Dogs.
This is Naughty Life.
Life.
We already gave away our Naughty Dog prize, Bryce. A gift basket to Naughty Dog Brewing Company went to Jason Beasley. So, we're getting all kinds of naughty on the program.
As long as you ain't on the naughty list.
That's right. Not this time of year. You want to be on the good list. Chandler liked that one.
Yeah.
That one tickled him in there. Bryce, that rabbit hole, that was kind of fun to go down.
Yeah.
Like, so many... and look, you're removed from it now. You can give your thoughts on what could have gone different, what should have gone different. You were saying during the break, what if Blake Kemp just got handed the reins when Kurt Benkert got hurt.
Yeah.
And you utilized James Summers to his maximum strengths.
Oh, for sure.
Which is a lot of different things. But, what if the Pirates went that route? How could things have changed?
I think it would have gave Blake the opportunity to, easily get the flow of the games. Because, I think it was constantly him and James were, subbing in and out. One, going a series, James comes in, and then Blake comes in. And, there's no fluidity to, the game for a quarterback. And obviously that's huge as a quarterback. You're trying to run your offense and everything, but you constantly, don't only get a few drives a game. And I would have loved to just have Blake as our main guy. And, because we've seen him going on a roll with BYU and Florida and everything and several other games. So, when he gets in the groove, it's obviously a good thing. James obviously did great things, but it would have been nice to see him, the Wildcat or as a running back, or slot receiver, outside receiver, and, utilize him in special teams. You could have moved him all around and had Blake as, the main quarterback and just allow him to, get comfortable and obviously get in the zone, I guess, is huge for a player, and I think some things definitely would have been different if we would have gone that route.
That was just such an odd time because you go 2014 with Carden, Hardy, that group, and you got your guys there. You go into that offseason knowing Kurt Benkert is your quarterback,
right?
And you didn't even have a thought in mind of anybody else playing quarterback for ECU, just like we didn't either.
Yeah.
And he suffers that injury preseason, and everything changes from there. And then the dominoes keep falling. He transfers the following year, and then you're playing quarterback roulette the rest of the way with Nelson and Minshew and Cirque, and then you finally land on Holton Ahlers, and it's nice to have. It's nice to know, right, that you have stability at the quarterback position.
For sure.
Continuity.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that goes the same with, the offense, stability, as your receivers, and you're like, all right, we got Blake. Or, whoever, Garcia, if they would have been flip-flopping through that, you want your main guy there, and that way that you can get, because the quarterback, get hot on a receiver that's constantly getting open, so that's big. But then when you switch that out, that receiver loses his kind of zone with the quarterback and everything. And I think just, rotating quarterbacks in and out of the game is just for majority part, I just feel like it's not productive.
Usually not a recipe for success. Bryce Williams joining us here in the Pirate Radio studios. Bryce, you mentioned my old Redskins hat. I guess it's a throwback hat now since they're the Washington football team.
I think that's some value to it.
But right now, Bryce, they are. I said this earlier. I've never beat my chest more over a 5-7 football team, but they're tied at the top of the division with the New York Giants, and one of those teams is going to host a playoff game. That's the way it works in the NFL. Green Bay sitting at 9-3 on top of the North. The Saints right now on top of the NFC, and you got a couple of teams you're familiar with. In fact, all of them there pretty much.
Every single, except for 3 out of the 4.
Rams and Seahawks on top of the West. The Pittsburgh Steelers lose their first game Monday to Washington. They're 11-1. My boys. And the Chiefs, of course, with Mahomes. I don't know if anybody. They're still the favorite right now with Pat Mahomes and what they do offensively. They're 11-1 as well. I don't know. Super Bowl, Bryce. You got the Chiefs in there, I would imagine. And who do you like in the NFC? Aaron Rodgers. Maybe when Breeze gets back, the Saints.
The NFC. My dad's dad was a big Washington fan. My grandparents, my mom on the mom's side are still Redskins fans.
Where are they from?
Well, they're originally my mom's parents are from Idaho originally, and my dad's dad was from Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's Redskins country, and it used to be before the Panthers. Everybody from North Carolina, pretty much like the Redskins or the Cowboys. There was no local team really. So
So I'm gonna go for the Redskins. That'd be cool.
You're just saying that because I'm wearing this hat. But I appreciate it.
Yeah, I got some correlation with the Redskins as far as the family.
Yeah,
so.
That's cool. And Alex Smith, who is lucky to be alive, to be walking. Not only that, he's back at quarterback. He's got to be the comeback player of the year. But it is amazing what he's been able to do coming back from injury for Washington and to play this year. They didn't count on him, even being on the team. But not only is he doing that, he's starting and he's doing great. So that's one of the best stories in football right now. All right, Shirley, the Pirates are up 3.
Oh.
They have gone on a run here.
Oh, there's a minute and a half left.
And there's 129 left, and they're trying to win this thing.
That's the problem. I can't see.
Okay, well, let's take a break.
Okay.
So you can come watch this game. We'll come back. We'll do some Pirate Radio Outdoors.
There we go.
You got anything going on?
Yeah, I got
anything
something
to talk about
Friday, and some hopeful to tomorrow morning.
Okay, we'll talk about what Bryce has been up to and what he's got coming up outdoors-wise on Pirate Radio Outdoors, and we'll tell you about the conclusion of this ECU-VCU game. That on the way when we return on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Cadillac. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Merry Christmas from the Brown & Wood family. They have amazing deals going on in December, like the Cadillac Escalade has savings over $17,000 off. And as always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
In studio with Dr. Shondell Jones today from Kinetic Physical Therapy. Dr. Jones, you guys offer more than physical therapy.
Oh, yes, absolutely. We have more than therapy services, and, we have a lot, but a lot of people don't know that we offer personal training and even health coaching services. We have personal trainers that will actually come right to your home, do a personalized workout plan with you, and our health coaches will help you meet goals and solve problems for those health challenges you wanted to solve but just haven't had a chance to get to yet. Hey, to learn about our packages and deals, you can go right to our website at kptonline.com.
While other folks come and go, Greenville Pool and Supply has been your local pool store in Greenville and Eastern North Carolina for over 40 years. Are you finding yourself spending more time at home than ever before? If so, turn your backyard into a vacation destination. Greenville Pool has pools for any size backyard. Choose from the very popular fiberglass, classic vinyl, or custom concrete. If you order your pool now, it could be in by this spring. If you're ready for a pool, contact the pros at Greenville Pool and Supply.
The best place in Greenville to unwind and have fun is AJ McMurphy's. AJ's is open every day with great food and great drink specials. During the week, stop by for open mic, music on the patio, or sports trivia with me, Clip Rock. The weekends are made for football. Watch every game in college on Saturday, and every Sunday is fun day with the NFL ticket. Follow AJ's on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat to see their features menu and weekly lineup. AJ McMurphy's, Turnberry Square at Bells Fork, and online at ajmcmurphys.com.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owner's insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
This holiday season, remember Jersey Mike's for all your catering needs. Whether it's a private party or you're just feeding the office, Jersey Mike's can take care of it all with 5 convenient locations serving the Greenville area. Jersey Mike's also has online ordering, contactless pickup, delivery, and in-store takeout. Subs, salads, wraps, and all items are sliced fresh all day, every day. Take a break and enjoy Jersey Mike's. Everybody likes Jersey Mike's. Open 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily.
Temperatures are in the low 30s at 10 a.m., increasing sharply to 75 degrees by 1 p.m., and then dropping into the teens by 10 p.m. So before you go to work, put on some gloves, pack some shorts, and a parka. That should cover you for the day.
Your heating and cooling is taking a beating. Guarantee your family's comfort all fall and winter with a new Train system. It's hard to stop a train. For a limited time, get a new Train system with 0% financing for 60 months. Go to DelcorInc.com for more information. Delcor, the service professionals. See your independent Train dealer for details. Call 1-888-534-6898 for details.
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in Eastern North Carolina. With Blackwood and Mills Creek in Greenville, Dalton's Cove in Farmville, and Belmar and Ayden, these are just a few of the developments featuring BMS Builders homes. They can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or East Carolina football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. BMS Builders. Give them a call at 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
This is Big John Williams, strength and conditioning coach for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Hey, the Pirate Radio podcast is back at 6 o'clock tonight as Ellerby goes one-on-one with Sam Jones, talking about his book that documents his family history of serving Eastern North Carolina barbecue since 1947. Tune in tonight at the Pirate Radio podcast at 6 o'clock on 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 FM in Washington, and online at pr927fm.com. Also, be sure to subscribe to our podcast in your Apple Store. Now, let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
All right. Bryce Williams noticing something I mentioned earlier, Chandler. I think one of the refs has a built-in whistle to his mask.
It's something.
Oh, yeah, nice pass.
Dangerous pass. The Pirates are trying to run out the clock.
Kill it, yes.
And we have a foul, only the fifth foul.
It's LaShonda Monk, so she's one of our better free throw shooters on the team.
They don't go to the line with 5 fouls, do they?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
yep,
they do.
She's going to the yeah.
Oh, maybe
I told you she was going to the line.
All right, Shirley, relax. They
trying to relax.
I guess they only do 5 with the quarters rather than the 7. So Pirates up 3. 7 seconds left.
Come on, LaShonda, make this.
Monk at the line and
drains
just
it.
absolutely buries it.
Now we're up 2.
So Pirates now up 2. Did I say the Pirates are up 3 a moment ago?
They were up 3.
They were up 3.
Okay, they're up 2 now. And now
they're up 3.
Yeah.
Too hot to handle, too cold to hold.
Bryce is enjoying the basketball, but one thing Bryce does not like is the end of games. Because there's another timeout.
Yes,
it's a lot of timeouts and fouls.
A lot of timeouts.
Tough to get into the flow.
It takes way too long to end a game sometimes.
Yes, in basketball, yes.
All right, Shirley, let's hit the music. Let's get a Pirate Radio Outdoors update while we watch the end of this game. ECU up 3 with 7 seconds left. Bryce, tell us what you've been up to in the water, in the stand, and otherwise.
Yeah, well, obviously, so this past weekend, I knew Saturday I was going to go see a buddy in Wilmington, so of course I had to get that fix in to fish.
Get the fish fix.
Yes, I was able to take my boat out. Jay and I and his dad will do a quick trip to go trout fishing. Unfortunately, was skunked. I think that's the first time I've been skunked in something. It was like an hour and a half worth of fishing, but I got to run the boat, get my fix in, get the boat in the water, and so I was pretty pleased with that. At least get to be outside, and then
a bad day of fishing is still better than
a good day at work.
Hey, there we go. We got through it together.
So yeah, so it was good. It was fun. It was short, but the funny thing is, the way fishing. Oh gosh,
Pirates win. Painted purple.
Win. There we go. But the thing with fishing,
and you covered.
I was in one creek, in the area. And another buddy of mine was in a totally different area, I think in the Neuse River, and he had a killer evening, and I got skunked. So
how far away was he from you?
He was in like the Havelock area.
Oh.
No, New Bern area.
Okay.
He was in the New Bern area, and I was in the Aurora area. So unfortunately, he found him and I didn't. But I'm hoping to go to the beach tomorrow morning and fish during the day and hopefully make something happen. Because Jake Geary, he does his charters. He's been killing it. So it's driving me crazy. He sends me snaps all the dang time of him catching trout and everything. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So hopefully I can make something happen and have a story next Wednesday.
There's the fishing. Any hunting news and notes to pass along?
No hunting lately. I'm gonna try and get in the deer stand before this. I got a few more weeks to the season, so hopefully I can shoot a doe or maybe another buck, maybe with my bow or something. Or I'll go to the rifle. So, or shotgun, either one. So I'm gonna try and maybe get another deer under my belt and whatnot. So I'm gonna try and keep on keeping on.
Where are we at in the seasons as far as deer? Is there any other seasons opening up soon?
I think duck season's out right now, but I think it's coming in soon. Fairly soon, and I think that should go to the end of January. But deer season ends on New Year's Day, and then I think squirrel and things like that. Which, hey, squirrel hunting's a good time too. So squirrel and rabbit.
You can do that around ECU.
If it was legal and no one would say anything, I'd be sitting there in the 22, and just. Well, heck, no students are here, so heck, I guess it's safe.
Yeah. I would ask somebody first, but there's plenty of squirrels.
Should I ask the chancellor?
Yeah. Ask Ron Mitchelson before he leaves if you could do that.
Yeah.
What do you do when you shoot a squirrel? Do you mount it or you eat it?
If you shoot a fox squirrel, which I want to shoot a fox squirrel, and there you can get them. They're black fox squirrels, reds, and I think a mixture of those. And if I shoot a fox squirrel, I'll get it mounted because that'd be cool. Like climbing down a tree. I guess more of a tree, not a big tree, but hanging on my wall. And it probably won't let me hang it anywhere in the house except for the room I keep all my hunting stuff in. But yeah, I would mount a fox squirrel. Now a gray squirrel, I would just eat and skin them and just grill them.
So is that just like the regular squirrel we see?
It is.
You're talking about?
Yeah,
you've ate that before?
Oh,
how do you eat it? How do you prepare it?
Well, you can obviously do squirrel stew and like debone it and boil it, but I've just skinned it and obviously cleaned it and then just grill the whole thing and just pick at it. It's good meat.
Pick at it.
Yeah, it's
a squirrel picking.
Squirrel picking, yeah.
Man, I ain't never.
We'll go to a squirrel, but you might need a few if you're having a big party. You need a good amount of squirrels, but it's good food. It's like a darkish meat. It's good, but not red. So I don't know.
The guys that work with my dad farming. They'd bring awesome food and they'd get it delivered like authentic tacos and everything.
Oh man, that sounds good.
And my dad would eat it. It was really good. And one day he was like, this tastes a little different. What is this? And they told him it was a possum taco. And he immediately
did not
vomited. Just thinking about eating a possum.
Yeah, I'd probably be more inclined to eat. I'd probably rather eat a raccoon than a possum. a raccoon actually's got some beauty to it. It's got
some beauty,
tails and nice coat. A possum looks, they're like mangy and got that skin tail, a thin little tail. But I mean, I would honestly, if it's prepared, and I know it wasn't roadkill and a fresh kill. I mean,
You would try it.
I would try it. I mean,
try a bite.
I can't not be an outdoorsman and not try prepared wildlife.
So you've had, I feel like I've asked you this before, the strangest thing you've had. I mean, squirrel has got to be up there, or is it? Or what else have you had?
I'd like to broaden my horizon a little bit. I mean, I would try a snapping turtle if someone, prepared. Like, look up skinning a snapping turtle, and there's some meat on them things.
Wow.
I would, I'd try that. What else is kind of weird? That's probably about as weird as you could probably get in North America. Insects,
Yeah,
I couldn't.
Not a fan of those.
I think I could do it.
Do you do frog legs?
I've never
had
frog legs, but I would probably kill some frog legs.
Okay. All right.
I'm getting hungry thinking.
We need Wes for this conversation. Shirley, have you ever ate any weird foods? I really haven't.
I had alligator once.
Yeah, I've had alligator, but that was a restaurant. That was good. I thought it was good.
It was okay. It's just what happened was they didn't tell me it was alligator until after I ate it.
Oh. So that makes you feel weird as it's going down?
Yeah. Because I have a philosophy when it comes to food. If it looks funny, smells funny, if I can't spell it or pronounce it, I'm not eating it.
I got you.
And they kind of snuck that one past me.
What about calamari?
No.
You can spell calamari.
I don't do seafood.
That's right. You told me
I don't eat seafood of any kind. And I think what it was is when I was a kid.
Fresh food. Here's
the thing. Like my mom has been a big fisher her whole life. Like she loves to fish. She prefers deep sea fishing, but she'll pier fish if she needs to. And so growing up, she loved flounder and catfish, and I ate catfish as a child. But as I got older, fish was just not something that was on my, and she'll eat shrimp like it's her job.
Oh man!
But I'm not one of those people.
Yeah.
I just nowhere near it.
Redbeard says he's had elk and gator. He enjoyed both of those.
I would like to try elk.
Scott says mountain oysters. Now those are.
Is he talking about Rocky Mountain
oysters?
Yeah.
Those are bulls. You know what?
Bulls,
cojones.
testicles. Yeah, cojones.
You ever had those?
Is he being serious that he's had it?
I think he's asking, have you had it?
I have not.
Okay.
I would remember if I ate little balls.
Have you ever been to what is it called? I think it's called Beast of the East or Beast Feast, something like that. Where
I've heard of it. Yeah, I've not been to it.
There's an event where they cook, I guess you could say, your non-traditional meats, and people come and eat. And I forget where it's at, but it's somewhere around here. But I know some people that have been in the past, and I'm thinking, yeah, no, you're not going to catch me there.
Chandler, any weird foods to talk? No.
No.
He's just Chandler only eats chicken wings.
I'm about to have some tonight from AJ's.
Literally, it's Wednesday. You've had it Monday and Tuesday. You've had wings. You were talking about it last night. Did you not have wings last night?
No, I never did.
Oh, okay. You talk about wings every day.
No, I'm gonna guess he's got to be a bone-in guy. He's not a boneless guy.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I clean the mess out of that bone.
Are you drumstick or the flats?
I'm more drumsticks. I know a lot of people like the flats, but I like drumsticks.
Drumsticks.
Yeah, but
I'm a flats guy.
I'm a picky eater. I don't like seafood. You will never see me eating fish, shrimp, anything like that. I can't stand it. I don't even know how y'all people eat it when it smells like that. It smells so bad.
That ain't fresh fish then. You've been smelling some rotten fish there. Oh, never mind.
Look, Bryce is going to bring... Wait. Yeah, that was bad. Bryce is going to bring us some squirrel to enjoy one day.
All right. Yeah. I'll try it at least. Yeah. I've had deer meat. I mean...
Yeah, I've had that before. All right. Fascinating stuff to wrap up today's show.
Yeah.
We will be back with you Thursday, 3 o'clock, for an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. And open up the treasure chest once again. Bryce, thanks for hanging out, man.
Thanks, Clip.
All right, we'll see you next Wednesday. We will see you folks tomorrow, 3 o'clock. Shirley, Chandler, Bryce, I am Clip Brock. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of